What are you waiting for?
That.
It's that real shit, yo.
Butterfly in the sky.
Come on!
I can go twice as high.
Let's get it on.
Take a look
Nigga,
in a book.
my nigga.
Reading rainbow.
You think it's a game?
I can go anywhere.
Suck my dick,
Friends to know.
my nigga.
Ways to grow.
Nigga.
Reading rainbow.
Here we go again.
I can be anything.
Same old shit.
Take a look
Nigga,
in a book.
my nigga.
Reading rainbow.
This is the shit I be talking about.
Reading
You
rainbow.
think it's a game? You think it's so funny? What you really want? What you really want? Bad or die?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Straight Outta Austin, featuring DMX, apparently.
What?
And Reading Rainbow. Hope you're all getting your reading on. As always, this is Prometheus.
This is Agamemnon.
This is Fuzzy Slippers.
And as I said, this is Straight Outta Austin, proud member of the Four-Eyed Radio Network.
The Forn.
Yeah, the Fern. Ferns.
Where the red fern grows.
Yeah, all that. And we apologize. This is Luis. Thanks, Luis. And as for Melanie, does this happen at the beginning of every podcast? I don't know what this is, so the answer to that is possibly.
I think she was referring to the my nigga.
Well, that's the case. Not necessarily. We do not always have the budget for Mr. DMX, but we try to bring him in when applicable. But yeah, we apologize for the delay. We had cord-related turbulence,
Yeah.
and yeah, stuff like that happens.
There were snakes on the plane.
yeah, one of those monkey flipping snakes off my Monday through Friday plane. Sometimes
Monday through Friday.
you just don't get what you want.
You sound like my mom now when she says ship and chip.
Ship and chip?
Yeah.
Is that a type of dip?
Give me a tortilla ship. I'm going to take a cruise on a chip. That kind of thing.
Yeah, we appreciate it, Luis, for handling the awkward silence with your excellent comedy bits. The next time we have you on the podcast, we'll definitely have to do some live stand-up for us. Or sit down if you're sitting down while you're on the podcast. But again, most appreciated. So of course, we're going to get right into it. Obviously, what everyone's been wanting to hear about, the big news, the talk of the town, the casting for Lex Luthor and Batman vs. Superman.
Here we go again!
We know somebody who's emphatic, excited, just can't wait for his favorite actor from such films as Zombieland, Adventureland, and 30 Minutes or Less. Mr. Jesse Eisenberg is going to be playing Lex Luthor. So, I already know my opinion, but Agamemnon, I know you're the big Eisenberg fan, so I just want to let everybody know how you feel about it.
Yes!
Yeah!
It was perfect.
Just in the nick of time.
So what you're saying is you can't wait to see how he portrays the
I
evil
don't
billionaire.
like him. I just don't like him. Okay. Those who follow the website, and I think we explained this last week on episode 100, the very first article for the website was my review of Zombieland, which was also a review of Adventureland, and both are terrible movies. I don't like Zombieland. A lot of people like Zombieland. I
It's
don't.
good.
I like
It's a
Zombieland.
great movie.
You know, it had parts where it's good, but Jesse Eisenberg does not make it good.
I thought he played
makes
his
it
character
awful.
quite well.
He was excellent.
Shut up. And then he goes and kills Bill Murray. That's like the worst thing right there. So, and then Adventureland, I went into Adventureland expecting like this funny, like Superbad type comedy. And it was like a really bad, like 80s, like worse than Say Anything melodrama. It was horrible. It was like a bad melodrama leading you to believe that it was a comedy movie when it's not.
Like Little Miss Sunshine?
Well, I didn't know what I didn't have any expectations going into Little Miss and what's her name?
It was a
Kristen-
Juno chick.
No,
she wasn't in that. It was
Kristen Wiig.
Oh,
They were both in there. It's like, oh, they're really.
Ellen Page.
yeah.
No, it was Kristen Stewart was in it too. The Twilight girl.
Oh, yeah.
She's always like messing with her hair, and it was really
She's
distracting.
a mouth breather.
Yeah, and okay, so it had Ryan Reynolds. It's this thing was geared as a comedy, right?
But is Ryan Reynolds really funny?
I think he's funny.
No.
Had Ryan Reynolds,
Answer your
had
question.
Bill Hader, and it had Kristen Wiig, and then it had Martin Starr, who's another funny dude. So it's like, okay, it's got all these funny people, and I had no idea who Jesse Eisenberg was. That's when everyone was like, hey, look, it's this ripoff. Like, they couldn't afford Michael Cera, so they got this, like, ripoff kid, you know? And then they got Kristen Stewart, who's, like, she's pretty cute. That's about it. And so I'm watching the movie expecting all these, like, hilarious moments, like, Superbad, and it wasn't. There was, like, the hilarity stuff, but it wasn't, like, a main focus. It was more like this kid's job at this theme park and him trying to find a girl.
So it had a plot and great storytelling elements.
Not great storytelling. It didn't have great storytelling. It was very misleading, and it was a shamble at the very end of it. And then I didn't like how they portrayed Ryan Reynolds as an adulterer. And I don't think that's true.
I think this is what really hurt you. It's like, Reynolds wouldn't do that. He's an upstanding man. He is the Deadpool and Green Lantern, and
Me and Rai, we go way back.
So basically, but the argument for Jesse Eisenberg for Luthor is Mark Zuckerberg and Lex Luthor are pretty much the same person. They're both douchey billionaires.
Pretty much.
How do you respond to that?
Well, I mean, just because you're a douchey billionaire, like, you could compare Bill Gates to, like, some
not a douchey billionaire,
oil
though.
magnate from Saudi Arabia. That doesn't make them the same. They're different people that made a lot of money. That's it.
Lex Luthor isn't real.
Neither is Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
He's really Tom.
He's a trick. He's a trick of light and shadow. Yeah,
He's really Tom from
he's just a
MySpace.
stock image. Yeah, he's Tom with plastic surgery. I don't know. I was reading that argument, and I thought it was just funny. It's just like, first of all, who describes Lex Luthor as douchey? Lex Luthor is like conniving. He's evil and he's a genius, but at the same time, it's like I wouldn't describe him as douchey. It's like I'm probably the only one of the few people I know that have actually seen The Social Network, and there people are trying to use that as reasoning for why Jesse Eisenberg would be good. He was good in that movie. I enjoyed that movie. But the character he portrayed was like this asshole that was really like he was really conniving, like, but it didn't really have the type of personality you'd have as Luthor. Like, Luthor would be someone, even though he's only human, he's still physically imposing. He's supposed to be one of the smartest men on the planet. I understand Zuckerberg is a billionaire, but that doesn't mean that he is a genius that's going to invent all this crazy stuff that Luthor has. It's like night and day. Like you said, it's like Bill Gates. People wouldn't say like, oh, well, Bill Gates is the same thing as Lex Luthor. It's like, no, I think Luthor's products actually work. You know?
Boom.
Yeah.
Windows.
Yeah, take that, Windows. But I don't know. I'm not like upset. To me, at this point with the casting for the movie, I'm just waiting for this crazy cast. And I almost feel like they're literally just putting names on a dartboard and throwing a dart and just seeing like which's gonna upset the internet the most. Like, we already got him with Ben Affleck. Let's see what else we can do. Let's reel him in with Bryan Cranston and just throw in a Jesse Eisenberg. And
Well, not only that, but they had just a month ago, they were courting Joaquin Phoenix, and like, what happened with that? I would have rather have him as Lex Luthor.
Because he's more of a man than Jesse Eisenberg is.
Probably.
That's my thing with the casting. I look at Jesse Eisenberg kind of like he's a not that he's a child, but he's like one of us.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
he's in our age range, and he's not athletic, and he's not attractive. He's not powerful. Like none of us are that are on this podcast right now.
But that's the thing, yeah. Like, Jesse Eisenberg is like more of a peer, whereas like Lex Luthor is like maybe supposed to be like 40 or 50, but still like in really good shape. You know, like he's an older person. Like, Jesse Eisenberg is like this punk kid. You know.
Well, here's a question for you guys. What did you guys think of Michael Rosenbaum's portrayal as Lex Luthor on Smallville?
I thought it was pretty good. I liked him.
If Beetle was here, he could give
But
you the answer.
yeah, well, I had seen the first 3 seasons, and I liked him in it. He was, and you see that transition to where he was like Clark's best friend.
Yeah.
And they were like broing out together all the time. And then you see the transition to where he becomes like evil. He takes in his father's footsteps. Well, not really evil, but he just kind of becomes more twisted throughout all the stuff. And he gets overlooked by his dad. He gets overshadowed by Clark eventually, and then he learns Clark's secret.
Yeah, and if you kind of compare him and Michael Rosenbaum as Lex Luthor and Jesse Eisenberg as a potential Lex Luthor, neither one of them are really physically imposing.
Yeah.
Like we would like to see Luthor.
Well, see, okay, this is what I have to say about Michael Rosenbaum. Michael Rosenbaum is not physically imposing.
Right.
But the dude's got swagger.
Does he have like a presence?
He knows how to Yeah, he has command presence.
And that
he has
show,
charisma.
He did bring it. He had the gravitas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely
really
did his thing as Lex.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing that I don't think Eisenberg has. Like, he has like some really good quips in Social Network where he's just like...
Okay, well, just to go with the recent movie, just to finish my point from earlier. Okay, I don't know what I was doing about Zombieland. It was kind of a jumbled mess. I'm still kind of frantic from trying to find my adapter to get over here. But I recently saw... what the hell is it? It was a crap movie. It had a lot of good actors. It was a magic movie that Jesse Eisenberg was in.
You're talking about Now You See Me.
Now You See Me, yeah. And the visual effects were really crappy. They were just... I don't know. I didn't like it. It was garbage. The movie felt really rushed. And but everyone was good in it except for Jesse Eisenberg.
Are you saying that because you don't like him? Or
Yes,
Baby Franco?
mostly. Okay, all right. He's the same. He's the same. He's the same as he is in every other movie.
This is the Will Smith argument again.
It's the Will Smith argument, but he's that like that little cunty little nuisance of a person where he's like, in this movie he's got to be more like cunning and more like, what's that word? No, something with the P, where you're just like full of yourself. It's not confidence, but it's
Constipated.
Yeah, shut up. He was really smug. He was like really full of himself, really pretentious almost, and like so he's messing with.
Is that the words you were looking for?
Yeah, pretentious.
Pontificating.
But he was messing around with Mark Ruffalo's in that one scene, and he flusters them and he messes up his mind of thinking. And just the way he's talking is like, I understand this is exactly how his character's supposed to be, and it works. But that to me, that's how he is in every movie, no matter what.
He rustled Mark Ruffalo's jimmies.
He ruffaloed him. He got ruffaloed.
He ruffled them and rustled them.
Ruffalos have ridges.
All right. They cut the roof of your mouth. Put them inside.
After 3, if you eat 3 at the same time, they cut the roof of your mouth.
So
imagine if you put 3 of anything in your mouth.
So you're saying that he can act in...
I'm saying
you can see it, but you can't see it.
I'm saying he can't look in the mirror and have this like stoic presence to where you're just like, you just feel like you're gonna respect him. He's gonna look through the mirror and you're gonna see that like glossy, what do you call it?
I don't know.
Damn it! What? I'm still. You're gonna see that glossy reflection in the glass as he's looking out towards Metropolis, and then he's gonna say some douchey little thing with that little mousy voice of his, and you're just gonna be like, lost it.
So the problem is his face,
his
face, and his voice.
His stupid curly hair.
He's not gonna have hair.
His
more than likely.
jeans.
I bet he will. He'll have that stupid curly hair like that.
He's gonna have his Jufro going
like
on.
that dude did in Lois and Clark Adventures.
I
of
hope
Lois
that he
and
has
Clark.
the mustache
remember that.
Joaquin
I
Phoenix
forgot that
has
actor's name.
in Her.
Say it again.
I said I hope he has the mustache that Joaquin Phoenix has in Her. That crusty little mustache.
He can't grow a mustache. He's not a beard. He wasn't born.
Draw it on him.
Look! No.
He wasn't born with the fuss row beard.
The thing that nobody's gonna catch is he said that he's gonna have what kind of mustache was it? The crusty mustache that Joaquin Phoenix had in Her.
Yeah, he put it in Her.
He put it in Her. Yes.
Put it into
Good
her.
job. Air 5.
just to go for the chat, we got a little behind. But Blood
Ocean 07.
He said he's not sure about Eisenberg as Luthor, but he's seen interesting photos for the photo of the promo for the movie.
He looks like a cancer patient.
I don't know if he's talking. I don't know if he's talking about the one with Michael Cera.
If only he had leukemia.
And Jonah Hill.
Wow.
Yeah. I went there. Sorry.
Or if he's talking about the one where it's just like him bald, looking all like menacing or whatever.
Menacing, right? Right.
As best as he can. Luis also said WB is rewriting the movie after shooting a scene, rewriting and quote unquote rebranding. So I don't know. It's just.
Not only that, but the kid can't fill out a suit to be menacing. You know, he's wearing a suit and he looks like he's borrowing from his dad's closet.
It's like they tailored the suit for Walking Phoenix. It's like, we got Eisenberg instead. Well, we don't have money to redo the suit, so it's just like looking like a little kid wearing the parents' clothes. He's walking around trying to like thwart Superman. He's tripping over his pant legs because they're too long. Can I get a hem? I have $1 billion and I can't get a custom fucking suit.
Damn you, Superman!
Yeah. No, he can't even scream. It'd just be that like fast talking
Superman. I hope that he has an evil twin played by Michael Cera. That'll be awesome. Just somehow I want him and Michael Cera to be in the same movie. Like my ultimate one is for Step Brothers 2.
Weren't they when Michael Cera had like an evil twin that made him all confident so he could talk to girls? What was that movie called?
Youth in Revolt.
Youth in Revolt. Yeah, they were in that movie together.
Were they?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, he played like the evil version with that crusty little mustache.
Oh, if only.
I thought Michael Cera played Michael Cera in that.
Nah, dude,
Jonah Hill plays him.
That's how identical they are.
Ed McLovin was the stand-in. He was the body devil.
Chicka chicka.
Chicka, yeah.
Fake ID.
And Luis compares your Jesse Eisenberg argument to the Michael Cera argument that he's the same character in every movie.
Yeah, Michael Cera doesn't have a whole lot of range.
But he's got
granted, there's a Will Smith argument, but Will Smith does the Will Smith thing not only because it works, but it puts butts in seats. Will Smith is a market into himself, But Will Smith also has range.
Well, that's the other thing that's the other argument that you can make, though. Will Smith has had the opportunity to be all these different characters who have had different levels of
Will Smithiness.
And he owes it all to his grandma, because his grandma said, "I don't like that you cuss in your songs, Willie." And so he stopped cussing in his music.
Big Willie style.
So he just started doing ha 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 instead of dropping the N-bomb in every song.
Na 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 na. Yeah, there's like this old Will Smith song. It's like about like someone cutting him off in traffic, and it's called "You Saw My Blinker, Bitch." And I guess that's the song his grandma heard. It's like, "Now, Willie, I don't like that type of language, and I'm on my deathbed. So make me this one promise: you won't use no more swear words, and I promise you." You're going to go places in music and in the movie pictures.
And then he got jiggy with it.
Yeah, right. It's like, fine, Grandma, I'm just going to dance with space aliens, all right? And it worked out for him pretty damn well. Louis Ferris just don't understand. Whatever, Grandma. Oh, man. Well, go ahead.
Who else got casted in the new movie?
Oh, who did? Was it that one?
For some reason, I wanted to
Ben
say
Affleck, Gal Gadot, Peter something. He was
there's the Alfred guy. That got
casted. He got casted Alfred. He's the main villain guy in Die Hard with the Vengeance.
Yeah,
as
Jeremy
Alfred.
Irons.
Thank you, Louise.
Why did I think Peter?
Peter who?
Griffin.
John McClane.
I'm not as familiar with Jeremy Irons, but it's gonna be hard to fill Michael Caine's shoes. Because he has very large feet.
That's right,
Sir Michael Caine.
Oh, you're right.
Sir Michael Caine.
I apologize, Michael Caine.
That's Sir Michael Caine to you.
I was knighted by the damn queen. Recognize, bitch. Well, in other Superman news, so before we had Man of Steel, there was Superman Returns.
Yay.
And most people will regret that movie because it sucked.
76% on Rotten Tomatoes.
But even Bryan Singer regrets it.
Does he?
Yeah, he said he wished that he had rebooted it, and he wanted Darkseid for the sequel.
Ah.
And he said, responding to the hate the movie got. Oh, wait, here's the part. It's like, it's hailed now as one of the worst comic book movies ever. I wouldn't go that far. It's just not good.
No, it's pretty bad.
But I mean, to me, like, worst comic book movies ever is like Catwoman bad.
Like, I would even relegate it to video game movies and put it like a notch below Far Cry.
It was at least like a movie you can sit
It's somewhere
through.
between Far Cry and Blood Rain.
I have not
Nah.
seen either one of those movies.
Yeah.
No, it's not that.
I haven't even seen.
They were on Netflix for a time. I wouldn't recommend it.
Superman Returns fully.
Oh, he's the voice for Scar from Lion. Wow.
Yeah, Jeremy
Where have I
Irons.
been?
he's gonna throw Bush.
Yeah,
Ben
he's gonna,
Affleck
he's,
off
gonna,
and talking to-
he's gonna get trampled by antelope.
Long live the king!
That would be so awesome. It's
So
like
long, McClane.
Dude,
I mean, Batman.
See, if they change Batman's like origin, that would be a great twist. Where it's like Alfred
He
murders
murders
his
his
parents.
parents.
Yeah, he
Oh,
throws him off a
shit.
cliff. I want Wayne Manor, Master Bruce, and I'm the master now, bitch. But Bryan Singer responding to his movie being considered one of the worst comic book movies ever says, "Half of it I understand, and half of it I never will. It was a movie made for a certain kind of audience, perhaps more of a female audience. It wasn't what it needed to be, I guess. I think I could lop off the first quarter and start the movie a bit more aggressively, and maybe find a way to start the movie with a jet disaster sequence or something. I could have grabbed the audience a little more quickly. I don't know what would have helped. Probably nothing. If I could go again, I would do an original. I would reboot it. I love how he's just all over the place. He's just like, something. If I just did something different, the people wouldn't hate me.
I think he's just talking about that. He's taking this this kind of role now because he's like, man, Days of Future Past is badass. I'm doing some awesome things with X-Men.
Yeah.
I'm making all the mistakes I made last time.
Yeah, right. I'm bringing him back in the same terrible package. When he says she's totally seen the movie before, it was truly terrible. But Bryan Singer says it was geared towards females, and you're a female, and you still hate it. So does that mean Bryan Singer's lying?
I think that's more of a cop out.
It is a cop-out.
I don't believe that.
It's a
I don't believe for a
cop-out.
second that it was geared towards females. It was geared towards the classical audience that fell in love with the first movie and all
Yeah.
the diehard Superman fans.
Mm.
You know, the original, the OG Superman fans.
It really did fall in line, even down to the tone.
Yeah, it did.
They even redid
Where like
scenes
you
from
could play the
Yeah.
bum 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 bum, you know, the original
Yeah.
Superman theme, and it would play along well. It was just like, oh yeah, this is part 5 of the Superman
Part 3, retcon 3 and 4.
quintology. I think that would what you would call it.
Well, it is, but they retcon 4 and 5, so it's part 3,
Okay,
technically.
well, whatever.
The quest for peace and
Tell me in another year or two they won't sell it as a quintology pack.
I don't
Or
know if they
quintuple
would,
pack.
because I don't think
Yeah.
anyone would
You
want to
know?
buy 4.
No.
Like, people really, really hated 3
Unless
and
they
4.
really wanted 1 and 2, they're like, for $7,
They're like-
I think I'm gonna bite the bullet.
They're like,
on
"Can I
it's
this."
not gonna be $7.
They'll be like,
5.
They'll be like, can I just pay you an extra 5? You can take those other movies out, please. I don't even want them touching
5
my
movies for
collection.
$5.
And I'm still
Target
love-
classics,
Those are pretty amazing.
aren't they?
Luis says the best thing about Superman Returns was the teaser with Superman in space above Earth.
I always cringed at the part where
He
the
got
bullet hit
shot
his
in the
eyeball.
eye.
Yeah, it was like, oh my eye hurts. It's like everyone watching that, they felt the pain in their eye, and that's that's why Superman didn't feel it, because it dissipated into the audience.
They totally should have that was perfect for product placement for like Clear Eyes or something.
Yeah.
Have you been shot in the eye with a bullet? You need Clear
Well, with
Eyes.
clear eyes,
Now
with
with
rhino lining.
Now with ingredients to moisturize. Wow.
Warning: do not shoot
Yeah,
bullet into eye.
Clear Eyes can't do shit to protect you.
That is a 90% mortality rate.
You need new contacts? Get the ones made out of Kevlar, just in case you get shot directly in the eye. Only protects against direct shots.
Use as directed.
Yeah,
Luis
right.
almost did a spit take at that,
Nice.
and now I know what a spit take is.
He's just
That's
saying
a completely different kind of movie.
a spick take.
God, is that appropriate?
You're so racist.
Oh, yeah.
Brown people.
So Bryan Singer says his sequel, had he made it, would have been called Man of Steel. He said,
Oh, whatever.
He said, that was the title, man. Actually, my buddy, one of my best friends, came up with that. So we did explore a little, just hammering out ideas. I think Darkseid was going to be the villain. It was pretty world-destroying, actually.
Darkseid?
Yeah, Darkseid. He said, I ended up having the opportunity to go make Valkyrie, and I think the studio just lost interest, probably because they saw my other movies and this garbage one. I can't say that it was the
and how
studio's
everybody,
fault.
audiences critically hated
It's like, yeah,
Valkyrie.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, isn't that the one with Tom Cruise? Where he's, like,
Yeah,
trying to
he
stop
got
Hitler?
banned from Germany. That if that's not a sign to not make that movie.
That
I
movie,
can't help you.
It did become popular on the internets.
Yeah,
really?
I guess so.
That Hitler scene.
Yeah, the
where
Hitler scene. Yeah, Hitler
what-
watches whatever Dragon
Dragon Ball
Z.
Z, the movie.
What happened?
Why was it Krillin in the movie? 999.
Okay, I thought
Yeah.
the 999 was. I thought that was from Inglourious Basterds.
That was.
No,
But,
well, there was that, but
yeah.
Oh.
no, there's actually like the
There's a
scene with Hitler talking, and it's like
It's
people.
like a 3-minute scene.
The best one I saw had to deal with Cowboy Bebop, where they were talking about the movie, and it's like Hitler. They're dubbing Hitler, saying like Keanu's gonna fuck it up for everybody. What's next? Ghost in the Shell or some shit? Oh no, it was the Dragon Balls. It was the Dragon Ball movie, and at the end he talks about what's next, Cowboy Bebop, and then the guy whispers in his ear. He's just like, "Nah!" He's just screaming and shit.
Nice.
Those are funny. Check them out.
Well, I'm sure that Valkyrie was a fantastic movie. For one, it had Tom Cruise, and Tom Cruise is an excellent actor.
Heisenberg was in that too.
Oh, was he? Nice. Walter White, I thought your name was Heisenberg. And now an ad from Kia. Anyway, well, that's queuing up. So moving on to the Marvel
No,
universe.
I'm just gonna post the link.
Okay. So basically, for those that don't know, Gambit is my favorite X-Men, right alongside Rogue. Rogue kind of a little notch above. She'd probably
Was
beat
it
him up.
Gambit? I always thought it was Cyclops for some reason.
No, it's Bobby.
Cyclops?
Yeah.
But the Gambit was one of his favorites as well.
Yeah, that's why it's confusing.
But
There's that trifecta. There's an overlap for those stinking mutants. But so there, I guess the X-Men's producer Lauren Schuller, Donna, yeah, Laura Fishburne. She wants an X-Men, future X-Men movie with a Gambit solo title, and she wants Channing Tatum to play Gambit. So, we all know how much Agamemnon loves Channing Tatum.
yeah, that's still kind of a weird choice.
That's what
Unless he can do like a really good French Creole accent.
Well, see, this is his response. He says, "I want to play Gambit." Wait, I want to play
I
Gambit.
want to play Gambit.
Gambit's
It's like
my
the most monotone voice. I want to play Gambit.
you go.
Welcome to the world of action replay.
I'm Channing Tatum. Gambit is my favorite, mon ami. I am from New Orleans, around that area. I can't even do the fucking accent. My dad's from New Orleans, and I like to do a Cajun accent. I could do it for real. Sherry.
You sound like a Islander.
You sound like a broke down. I was gonna. For some reason, Jesse Eisenberg's name is stuck in my head now.
Yeah, that's what he does to you. He ruins your thought process.
I was gonna go with
this
Arnold
isn't good for
Schwarzenegger,
anybody.
but nothing would come out because Jesse was there.
Luis, no, not that news. Hides, no, not Tatum. He would be a terrible Gambit. Get the guy from Wolverine
who
Origins.
would you guys like to see as
Josh Holloway.
Josh? I could see Josh
They're
Holloway.
Mr. Sawyer, I know what
He
you've
looked
done.
weird with that black thing, like the black
the head condom.
head condom around.
Well, they didn't.
He
really
looked
have
pretty
to
cool
have
with the pink purple eyes, magenta eyes.
Yeah,
mauve.
I think they could update the costume. They can get rid of the head condom and like the weird pink body armor, the pink and blue weird thing. Just give him the trench coat.
It was funny because when we
Gods.
interviewed Nadia Sonica at Alamo City Comic-Con, she's a pretty popular cosplayer if nobody knows who she is. She was talking about the Gambit cosplay, like, hey, what was your choice for that? And she was like, well, Gambit originally, he's got this cool look, but he has very feminine colors in his outfit, and so I thought this just, automatically appealed to me, so I always thought it was funny, because I never really thought of it that way. I was like, I guess so. I mean, if a girl thinks that he's got feminine colors, and then you think about it, like, yeah, dude, it's wearing pink everywhere, and like this weird color of blue. It's not just like a straight up royal blue. It's just really like what a girl would use like for like eyeliner or mascara or something.
Yeah, it's like a bright blue with like a hot pink, and then not only that, because he has the tights on, and then there's like these little squares like down the legs, like an '80s like exercise like person would have, like in a Jane Fonda video or something.
Yeah, he's got those thigh high boots. Those thigh-high black or blue
Yeah,
boots.
that's right. Yeah, they're like come right above like right to his knees.
Yeah,
those weird like metallic boots that you could never run in.
Yeah.
Huh. This is from Blood Ocean, and this is supposed to be Lex Luthor.
Oh,
I guess. I guess is that a Photoshop?
Lend a hand. Sponsored by LexCorp.
So you put promo. At first, it's from here. It looks like it says porno. This is the porno I was talking about for Batman. I was like, whoa, there's a Batman versus Superman porno?
Jesse Eisenberg XXX.
I'm
It's
excited.
just like, all it is just clips of his movies. It's not even pornographic. It's just like, oh, this is so inappropriate.
It's dubbed over.
Yeah, he still looks like he's advertising Walmart underwear there.
How? He's not even wearing underwear.
I don't know. You get the right guy. I mean, Burger King had that series of weird commercials that made them no income.
Yeah.
But they were hilarious.
Your metaphor's still a bit off.
Yeah. Well,
I think
maybe like the
you're just
Calvin
you
Klein
knew what you were
model.
getting into when you friendship me.
I think you're just obsessed with Jesse Eisenberg.
He loves
Secretly.
I'm not obsessed with him.
He
Secretly.
loves his heart. But Luis said that where was I now? To get the guy from Wolverine Origins to be Gambit. I have to strongly disagree with that. I want anybody but him. I would even take
But
Channing
who?
Tatum, the guy that was actually in Wolverine Origins that played Gambit.
Oh, no. He was terrible.
Yeah, they
He was pretty awful.
They would never use him. He starred in two
It's like the dude that played
that were
Sabretooth.
supposed to be blockbuster movies.
Oh, yeah.
Battleship and
Taylor Kitsch, that's his name.
and John Carter.
John Carter.
Oh, he was yeah.
See,
his
I remember
career's
hearing
over.
John Carter
Yeah.
was really good movie, but it just didn't do well in theaters.
They both were like 200 million.
Flops.
They were both like $100 million movies, and they flopped hard.
Speaking of hard, Luis says a porn parody will be better than the actual movie.
And he still prefers Kitsch to Tatum.
Well, I prefer Holloway over both of them. And that is who should be Gambit. Because, dear Mr. Sawyer, I know what you done.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah. Finish it!
Matthew McConaughey should be. Gambit.
You know, he could be a good Gambit.
Yeah, if you're willing to sacrifice the French Creole for a southern Texas accent.
Hey man, I'm just throwing my cards.
Just
Kinetic
throwing
card,
my
anyone?
cards. Ace in the hole, fellas.
I mean, to me, it's like that's the whole thing, even with Josh Holloway. It'd be more of a southern accent. But I could take that just because he's a good actor and he has charisma. And he can also play, like, the charming guy that you like, but he's still, like, a badass, or not even just a badass, but he's, like, a bad guy, but you're like, oh, but I have to forgive him because he's so cool.
Yeah.
So, I think that would be
You know, McConaissance also kind of fits that bill as well, though.
He's got the hair.
Louis says, I don't want a shirtless Gambit for Matthew McConaughey.
But the ladies do.
It's like all it is Matthew McConaughey
ladies.
with the trench coat and the head condom.
Playing bongos.
Yeah.
You know his hair, he's got the wavy curly hair.
Yeah.
That would just look weird on the outside of the head condom. If you had Josh Holloway, it would fit perfect because he's got the Gambit hair.
Yeah,
You know?
that's true.
But if you had Matthew McConaughey with the weird curls and stuff, and then even if you straightened it out, it would just look too, like, dressed. You know?
Yeah. I think McConaughey is also getting kind of old.
Yeah, but the dude got a body like a 23-year-old.
He does, but he has a face like a 50-year-old.
Yeah. He's still a pretty handsome dude. I know, it just depends how they
I
put
would
it.
take him out for
Yeah,
lunch.
but Josh Holloway's near an age to him, if I'm not mistaken.
But he's timeless.
Is he?
Yes, he's like the Mona Lisa.
I
Always
don't-
smirking.
So biased right now.
I like Jesse Eisenberg. But
Would.
in other X-Men related news, I'm going to post a link in the chat so you can see what I'm talking about. And make sure that's the right link, not something naughty. But pretty much Empire Magazine released 25 limited edition collector's covers. And so since this movie pretty much got thrust into the hands of the ever-capable Bryan Singer, I have not been enjoying it. And this, I was going to write an article, but I was like, this is just too easy. It's just like, I can't say anything just worse. You know, they say, like, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Like, it speaks for itself. So they released what Quicksilver looks like. He looks like if you saw, like, a really bad, like, 80s superhero movie. Like, he's got the shades and, like, some headphones and, like, the leather
bad
jacket.
Photoshop blur image.
Yeah. It looks terrible. It is so
Yeah,
awful.
I remember seeing that when I was like, God, it just looks like bad Photoshop.
Yeah.
Like, I understand we don't know what a super fast person looks like,
Oh,
but I'm pretty sure it still wouldn't be that.
Yeah, there have been much better representations. So not only does he look terrible, Toad looks terrible. He like has these weird goggles.
Is it,
It's not Ray Park, which
done.
is huh?
Done.
No, you didn't like Ray Park anyway.
Yeah, I don't. But he was a good Toad.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like he elevated Toad. Toad's like the worst lackey, and he was like he took out Storm and Cyclops.
Well, for a time.
Well, yeah.
Until you know what happens.
Don't say it. Don't you say that to me.
Everything else.
Yeah. No. I don't know. Just most of the people on there just look awful. And I think part of it is because of all the airbrush. Like, they have what is this guy's name? I don't know. Bishop looks awful. This other dude in a hat.
Oh, snap.
Jennifer Lawrence, as always, looks immaculate. But, I don't know. It's just... I really was not excited for this movie, and just seeing this garbage just makes me just even more just like, ugh.
I didn't even know Bishop was in this.
Yeah, there's so many mutants in this. Just like, name any X-Men, they're probably in it.
Yeah.
Go. Rogue, she's in it, but technically she's not in it, but she's got a cover on Empire, even though they cut out her scene.
Her 1 5-second scene,
Yeah.
and she still gets a cover.
Hey, Professor. Nah, they just cut that. Nah, this is also just him responding to nobody.
Hi, Professor.
I was speaking to Professor X. I'm looking at the Professor X picture right now, and these costumes are just so terrible. It's just like, I could accept this for the 90s. I could accept this for the early 2000s. But in a post-Avengers world, this will not do. I just saw the trailer for Captain America, and he looks badass. He looks like Captain America. You know, the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, with the shield outfit.
Yeah.
With the shield Captain America outfit.
Winter Soldier looks like Winter Soldier. These guys look like... I don't even know.
Yeah, Winter Soldier looks dope.
Yeah.
He looks dope. Even Falcon, who had a lot of...
he actually looks better than I
Yeah,
thought.
I had a lot of
he didn't
reservations
have
about...
the red and white jumpsuit.
Yeah, the way they
Fuck
did the
you,
CGI and with him flying around, and even when like Winter Soldier takes him down, like with that grappling hook and throws him down, I'm just like, badass.
Yeah.
And then that part where he was just like, "What do I do if somebody shoots me?" And he was just like, "Anybody who shoots you is the bad guy."
Yeah, he's like, "How do we know who the bad
yeah.
guys are? If they're shooting at you, they're the bad guys."
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks for
You
breaking it
deliver
down,
better than I
Captain.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it was badass though. Yeah, I was watching it earlier. Maybe we'll play it later, but it was pretty dope.
Well, me and Luis actually agree on an X-Men movie. He says, "I want the costumes, not black leather." Exactly.
You know,
tired of that shit.
I got a quick comment about that because, and I don't know, I don't remember how Luis felt. I think I was part of the Ultimate Central before the movies came out,
cool.
but I can't remember. But I could have swore like everybody applauded like the black suits, like, yeah, I don't want to see the yellow spandex, and I don't want to see Cyclops in the blue outfit, and everyone like mismatched. And I think a lot of people like the urban look, and maybe that was just because of the Ultimates and Grant Morrison's run on New X-Men. Mm-hmm. But I think after a while, it was just kind of like, yeah, Scarlett Johansson, Blood Ocean, she looks amazing. Anyways,
Tits.
Boobs.
Well, I think this is the thing, the comment on that. Because, yeah, when they went to the black leather, I thought it was cool at the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But now I think a lot of people want the classic look back, or at least not like the updated classics, like Astonishing X-Men version of Wolverine, or you know, something to that effect. Even if they don't wear the mask, that's fine. You know, but maybe something that's more of a homage.
I want my Cyclops with a head condom.
I think Fox just doesn't get it anymore. I think they're just out of tune. They're just like, yeah, let's keep with the urban clothes and the black spandex outfits, you know.
Well, it's twofold. Okay, so the black leather worked because back then people couldn't conceive of the costumes being on screen. It was like, it's just going to look ridiculous. Then Spider-Man came out. It's like, wow, we can have the costumes and actually look like the heroes. Then Avengers came out. It's like, if you can do Captain America and Thor's costume, you can do the X-Men's costumes. Like, they made it work, and they looked fine. They looked great on screen.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, now we're like, we don't need the black leather anymore. That was more of a crutch. And granted, it also was in line with Morrison's run, because he changed the costumes as well.
Yeah.
But it's like, you don't need that crutch anymore. You can make great costumes. I mean, you have people in their spare time with their own disposable income making beautiful costumes.
Yeah.
You tell me that like $300 million Hollywood movies can't do it. I think that's why I come down so harshly on these movies. They have huge budgets. You could literally walk into any comic convention and just grab random people, snatch and grab, bag over the head in the van, and be like, we want you to make X-Men costumes. And like, oh, you could have just asked. You didn't have to kidnap us.
Yeah.
They pull out the gun. We want you to make X-Men costumes.
Here's $50,000.
All right.
It's like, cool, the stuff I buy is only
We'll give
$800.
Cyclops a head condom. But it's like, there's no excuse at this point. And it's just like, these things look fucking terrible. Storm looks fucking terrible. The thing that I hate the most about these stupid covers is like, they have Bryan Singer. Like, he's not in the movie. Yes, he's directing it, but why the hell do I want a magazine with Bryan Singer's stupid face? He's just sitting there mugging at the camera, sitting there. It's like, oh yeah, that's the one I want to get. It's like, I don't want the one with my favorite character. I want Bryan Singer's stupid face, so he can apologize for this movie 10 years later. Like, oh, this is how I would have done X-Men. I should have rebooted it, and I would have had Apocalypse instead, or some garbage like that. I don't know.
He's the man that really got was the first to get superhero movies right in modern times.
Mostly right for its time.
Yeah, with the original X-Men, the X-Men movie. When did it come out?
It was 2000, yeah. But that's my whole thing. Yeah, it was good for the year 2000.
That's like when the superhero movie renaissance started.
Yeah.
Because Batman, that was like after Batman, like 97 was when Batman and Robin came out. And that like killed all superhero films from that point forward. It's like, okay, we got to be careful and not make everything all super homoerotic because it's just
no bat nipples, no bat credit card.
Everything was too cheesy. Like when Burton took the helm and he was doing his thing, it was serious and pretty weighty as far as Michael Keaton's performance as Bruce Wayne. And then it kind of just went off on this direction that was like, no, we can't do this anymore.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, he definitely did bring it back, and it was grounded again. It was realistic. It was dark. But to me, it almost feels like if you take like a modern day rapper and you take someone who like was there from the inception, and it's just like there's some that can still hold up, but it's just like it doesn't even feel like the same genre when you listen to some people. And I feel like that's Bryan Singer. Like,
it's like listening to KRS-One's rants about modern day hip hop. Kind of thing,
Who is KRS-One?
I know. Listen to Sublime, okay?
But it's like
a song about him.
Yeah, but it's like it doesn't hold up at all. It's just like he's 14 years in the past and he's still doing the same shit. We still have the same continuity. We still have the same terrible costumes. It's like just update it. I just want to at least see one costume updated, and I think he had the opportunity to do that with this movie because you have the timeline from the 70s, you have some of the people from the future. It's like, okay, in the modern time they can wear the black leather, but in the future they actually have costumers, or in the past they have costumes. It's like, nah.
Yeah, in the past they even induct. They kind of had a throwback to kind of like the black suits, the black leather suits, but they kind of still looked really comic booky. Yeah. They didn't look bad like the first 3 X-Men movies did. And then on top of that, you had the throwback to Magneto's. You had the little Easter egg in Magneto's helmet that he obtains at the end after he kills what's his name? Kevin Bacon.
Sebastian Shaw.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so it's like, okay, and then at the end, he's in the Magneto outfit. Granted, it looks a little more like on the wool side. Looks really uncomfortable.
It's really hot in the summertime.
But to me, it was kind of indicative. It was kind of indicative of that time period. So it was like it worked. It just had this like really classic feel without looking gamey or gimmicky. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, cool. I'm down for the next movie.
Yeah.
And no Matthew Vaughn.
The Matthew Vaughn's like, yeah, about that.
What did he quit this to go do?
I want to say it was to do Secret Service, but he quit this movie and Kick-Ass 2, and this movie still isn't out yet, so I don't know. Maybe they canned it and he just missed out on 2 good movies.
Huh.
And they ended up being subpar.
He didn't do Kick-Ass 2?
No, it was somebody else. I can't remember the guy's name. It was like his protege or something. I don't know. I think that it suffered because he didn't direct. But Luis in the chat says, hey, how about that Ashmore's Iceman? Because he really likes Iceman. All right.
He was in Animorphs, the TV show.
I never saw that.
Yeah. He was
I saw a picture of I think it was on Miss Sinister's page, who we were going to have as a guest tonight, but she couldn't make it.
She had sinister things.
It had the Animorphs tagline. You know how it has a picture of them like morphing into their animal?
Yeah.
It was like Hank Hill morphing into a can of propane.
Nice. I would watch it.
I'll post it here in a little bit when I find it. It was like, to sell propane, you must become.
Nice. On the costume thing, Melanie says that she doesn't think Jean Grey needs a costume. I'll agree with that one. She looks good.
Famke
Janssen.
Yeah. She doesn't need anything at all. Blood Ocean says Jubilee anyone. Well, Jubilee is technically in the third one for all of like 3 seconds. And I'm guessing she's going to be in this next one. Post that in the chat so people can see the Hank Hill.
There's a Snoop Lion one where it's like, I think it's like, to become a lion, first you must be a dog or something. And it's Snoop turning into a lion.
Nice.
It's pretty boss.
Oh, Lisa's getting hype. Iceman and Kitty are going to be a couple, according to Bryan Singer.
Wow.
They're going to make ice-facing babies.
It's Ultimate Spider-Man all over again.
Yeah, basically. Hey, they were.
Or Ultimate X-Men. I always forget.
Well, I think it was both.
Was it?
Technically. Yeah.
Why not both?
Why not, Zoidberg? But in other Marvel news, Captain America 3 in the works. Because we love Captain America 2 so much, even though we haven't seen it yet. So it's pretty much just like they pretty much signed it, but obviously they don't know. They haven't released anything about it, except they're going to keep Anthony and Joe Russo. So they're coming back.
Interesting.
Wonderful. I only hope that the second movie is better than the first, because I had so many issues with the first one.
Yeah.
And I felt, Captain America being my favorite, I really felt that it could have been a lot stronger.
Oh, yeah.
There were so many, dog and pony tricks that they had. I think the biggest one for me was the fire diamond, where those pyro dudes get around him, they blast a ring of fire. It's like, you could have just killed him instead, and you gave him 5 seconds to formulate a plan and kill the two of you.
They didn't know.
They were trying to warm him up.
Yeah,
like, this guy looks cold in that blue suit. Let's give him a little bit of fire.
Oh,
God, he's killing us.
There should have been a pun there.
Yeah.
There should have been a pun in the movie.
Hey, Captain America, you're fired. It's
It's
like, no, you're laid off. You got furloughed, bitch.
And the worst part is, it couldn't have been a good experience if you disenfranchised Hugo Weaving from the whole process. He was just like, I think this is going to be my last superhero movie my last comic book movie that I ever do, because he just didn't have a good time being the Red Skull.
I didn't really like him as a Red Skull.
I loved him. I thought he fit perfectly. I just felt like they didn't utilize him well enough. I feel like they didn't really let him, show his range and just let him go all out. And for being such a big name actor, especially for sci-fi movie nerds, they just didn't give him enough screen time.
I think I just see him as Agent Smith, or
Agent Smith.
Yeah, there you go, from The Matrix.
Yeah,
I need those access codes.
Yeah, I agree with
Zion
Luis on
your
this one.
mind.
He was perfect as Red Skull.
Megatron.
He just wasn't given time to shine, and the whole script just seemed campy. And we've talked about this is the fourth time I'm going to mention this in all the episodes that we've done to date. But they should have just gone with the Ultimates 1, issue 1.
Yeah,
that would have been the perfect ending to that movie, and then just have them fast forward to the second movie.
Yeah. For those that don't know, that's Captain America on a nuke that's heading towards the U.S., and he pretty much disables it, and that's how he crashes into the ice and gets frozen and all that. Instead of that stupid ship where the people are flying the bomb planes
with the cosmic
or whatever.
Cube, yeah.
Yeah, if you read the comic, it's so much better, just infinitely better. Just that whole, because it mirrors some of it a little bit, but it's almost like they saw the best parts of the comic and no, let's not do that.
Let's not do all the cool parts, like the "What are you waiting for, ladies?" Christmas part.
Yeah.
Or no such animal part.
Yeah.
They didn't want him riding a nuke because they didn't want to be reminiscent of Doctor Strangelove.
Yeah, or How I Learned How to Love the Bomb.
Yeah, well, he wasn't technically riding it. Well, he was on it, disabling it so it wouldn't blow up. So he pretty much sacrificed himself.
And then he fell down
waving his shield.
That would have been badass. Yeah. I would have loved that.
America! Boom! Mein Führer! I can walk! It's America.
And then everyone starts bitching about how did you survive the nuke? It becomes Dark Knight Rises all over again.
Yeah, it's just going to be
radiation.
It's going to be a picture of Peter Sellers tipping a glass in the air like Christian Bale does.
Yeah, then you see him later. He's sitting in France. He's sitting there with Scarlet Witch or Scarlet. I always call him Scarlett Johansson's character Scarlet Witch, Black Widow. And they're sitting there at a diner, and Bucky's just looking at him sad, that's not what I wanted for you, Captain. I don't know. Captain America Rises. That's what I want.
I hope this is going to be good, because then it justifies those Hack brothers coming back for the third one.
Wow.
Are they hacks, though?
Yeah.
They did in my opinion, they did a pretty terrible job, and the only reason why they're on the second one was because Captain America still grossed higher than what
I didn't know that they did the first one. I thought it was somebody else.
Yeah.
Luis says they were producers on Community.
Were they?
Yeah.
And they also were directors on
what does
Arrested
producer
Development.
mean in a lot of cases?
They were also directors on Arrested Development.
Oh.
Were they good parts of it?
There's always money in the banana stand.
Or were they just people that were sitting in that diner when Lucille Bluth goes, "Surprise!" And they were just the background people?
Well, they were that too.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
But that was a big influence.
My mother's a car. That was that episode.
Oh, you know the episode names.
Yeah.
Playa. Popcorn Playa.
It's kind of bad.
I think you
That's
mean
not bad.
kind of good.
It's kind of good.
But yeah, but
You're like a AD wiki.
anyway, moving on. So
fingers.
Fuck you. Go fuck yourself, Brett.
yeah, okay, there we go, Luis. They didn't do Cap 1. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
I
don't
thought
think
they wrote
did
the
either.
script for it.
Wrote the
don't
script,
think
had
they're-
nothing to do with. Isn't that the same
I don't
thing
think
in
they're
Hollywood?
writers as
per
far
se.
as movies go. As far as Captain America 1 goes.
All right, well, you Google that. Well, I also Google that.
I thought when you were talking about them being crappy directors that you kind of didn't have your facts straight.
Maybe
on
you
that.
should direct yourself to some answers.
You should say something.
Boom!
Yeah. Oh, looks like it's somebody else. It was directed by Joe Johnston and
I
written by
believe in you,
Christopher
that's why.
Marcus and Stephanie McFeely.
Son of a bitch.
Stephanie McFeely.
McFeely.
And okay, yeah. So it wasn't them. It was somebody else.
Oh, Haley Atwell.
So anyway, so it's a whole new team, which is probably why it already looks a lot better, just from just simply from the
That's how
the
I feel
trailer.
right now.
I don't know if you saw the most recent trailer that they played during the Super Bowl, the Soup Bowl. Anybody?
I
Sorry,
haven't seen
go
it.
ahead.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, well, it looks really good. It's like an extended fight scene with him and Winter Soldier. It almost feels like it gives away a little bit too much plot, like a lot of trailers do nowadays. But it was really good. It got me pretty excited for the movie. But the main reason why I wanted to bring up the newer trailers is there's a trailer for Amazing Spider-Man 2,
Oh.
and I've also talked shit about this movie. But this movie, and Jamie Foxx specifically.
Jamie's Fox.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx. But
What about Bill's Bear?
what about Andrew's Garfield? But specifically, yeah,
Boom!
but specifically, Jamie Foxx. But basically, this almost redeems him. Almost redeems him because the movie actually looks kind of intriguing. But like on twofold. One, Jamie Foxx's character. Because when I first saw the
Trailer?
No, not the trailer, but the screenshots of Jamie Foxx before he becomes Electro, when he's this Max.
Oh, with the LED
whatever.
lights in his hoodie.
No, before he becomes Electro, when he's like he has a comb over and he has the glasses.
Oh, he
It's
looks like Christian Bale from American Hustle.
Yeah, it's like that type of character Jamie Foxx does really well.
Yeah.
And I thought he did it really well in the trailers. I'm like, oh, I like this version of him. And the whole thing is, I guess, like, Spider-Man saves him or something, and then something happens to him and he falls into, like, a vat of, like, electric eels. And I'm laughing my ass off because it's like they've gone through so much to make like the way people get powers in movies now. It's like, okay, it was a genetic spider and the Sam Raimi Spider-Man's like, and it combines all these traits of all these other spiders, so that's how they get transferred to him. But with this one, it's just like we're going back to old school. He got struck by lightning and electrocuted by eels, and now he's Electro. So that part was kind of ridiculous, but But his character,
it couldn't have been like an experiment gone like wrong because
right.
he was like, "I got power."
I wish it would have.
Those are radioactive
Spider-Man.
eels
Yeah,
that
they-
got hit by some.
They were leaking gamma radiation.
ball
He got
lightning.
hit by an electronic dump truck
Maybe he put his
full
finger.
of bullshit.
I think maybe he got struck by lightning while doing the electric slide, and it was too much for his body to handle.
while watching Electric Boogaloo. Break into Electric
Yeah,
Boogaloo.
break into Electric Boogaloo. That would do it. That definitely gives you powers. But one of the parts that I thought was amusing was okay. So Andrew Garfield's pretty much a dick in that movie. Like
Yeah.
his Peter Parker's a dick and his Spider-Man's a dick, and. I think they revealed too much, but it's still kind of funny because it's like the whole reason why, at least as far as the trailer shows, why Electro becomes a villain is because like I guess he's all freaking out and everyone's scared. Spider-Man's supposed to come calming down, and he's like, "Do you recognize me?" And he's just like, "Yeah, I think I recognize you. What was your name again?" And then the guy's like, "My name is Max." He's like, "You told me that you'd remember me. You lied to me." And he just flips out, and now he's a villain. It's like, so if you just weren't a dick to him, you could have avoided the sequence of this entire
It's the
movie.
Iron Man 3 syndrome.
Yeah, it is.
That's
It's-
how villains are getting created.
It's just
now.
like a fast-forwarded version of it. Yeah, it's like all the superheroes are
You're
dicks.
right. Yeah.
You get all butthurt. He didn't come to my birthday party.
So
I'm gonna hold on
essentially,
to this forever.
essentially, Electro's just Aldrich,
Yeah,
Guy Ritchie's character from
pretty much. Yeah, it just
Wow.
like it was an expedited version.
Yeah.
It's just like 2 seconds later, it's like you're making a joke at my expense. I'm gonna kill humanity. And then Iron Man 3 was more like he just waited all day. He's like, Tony Stark's going to come back to this roof. Sooner or later, he's going to come back to this roof. Looks at watch. Huh. Seems to be taking a long time. He told me 1:30 and it's already 5 o'clock, so he must have got tied up a little bit. Sure he's coming back. Oh, I'm just going to be a fucking villain, man. This is bullshit. But I don't know. It's just like... Louis was, I didn't want to get bitten by a roach. Get some roach powers. I just glanced at that, but I don't know. But anyway, despite all the ridiculous shit, like that part was pretty silly, and the eels. I almost want to see it just for that, because I know I'm going to laugh hysterically.
There's going to be a big fake out moment. Somebody else fell on the eels and died. Everyone's going to think that's how he got his powers.
And that guy, it was like that guy didn't die, but he was like dying, and then he like touched Jamie Foxx. Like it was like that like God picture, and then like the powers transferred through their fingers, and he's like, now I have power.
And Jamie Foxx just reach out and touch somebody.
The dude dying was like, you got the juice now, Jamie.
Hell yeah, I do, baby. And then it's like the end of like Taking Back Sunday, or that
Any Given Sunday. We're taking back Sunday for the foosball.
All right, Blood Ocean 07 brings up a good point. I wonder how Rhino will come to be.
Well, with that, they kind of show like a preview, because they go through Oscorp and they have all these suits on the wall.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he's like either an employee or
because
someone
it looks
that steals
mechanical
one.
in the first couple trailers. So
it's made out of tinfoil.
Because they have the Dr. Octopus legs.
Yeah, and they have the vulture wings. I think.
The vulture wings.
Yeah.
Damn, I like this. I like this setup.
You know, it would be funny that he's in like an iron suit, or at least metal. It's like Spider-Man just beats him. He's like, all right, we'll fight, but we got to do it on this day, and that's like the hottest day of the year. And he just like passes out through the heat exhaustion, just dies in the suit because it gets too hot.
Someone should have put an AC
or
put a vent on here or something. Jesus, it's getting hot.
It's like he goes to prison for like
take the suit off.
Yeah, right. Spider-Man just punches him. I knew you'd fall for that, right, dumb? So I'm sorry. I was planning this defeat. I didn't have time to write the puns. So I apologize. And then he sues Oscorp for giving him the heat stroke. It's like this power suit was not properly ventilated, and I passed out and I could have died. There was no warning label. I was not properly hydrated. And then they go out of business.
There's Rhino way you'll beat me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because Rhino's got
Rhino. Well, you don't have a house anymore, so I guess you'll just be Wino. Ha ha.
Oh, that would be better for
Reaching?
Tony Stark. Yeah.
Is it
Fumble
reaching?
fingers?
A little bit.
Is it fumble fingers?
No, it's not fumble fingers, but it worked. Though.
Okay.
Louis says it's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes.
At first I thought Stop! I thought you were making an Ace Ventura reference.
Oh, speaking of that, it has to
because he was in that Rhino.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what Blood Ocean just said. He has to escape Ace Ventura when Idris call stops.
Oh yeah,
coming out of the butt. Spider-Man, he pooped me out.
Mommy, what's happening?
Avert your eyes, child. It's the trailer for Nymphomaniacs again. I'm so sorry.
Paul Giamatti comes out.
I don't drink Merlot. Somebody stop me. It's like, you're not Jim Carrey. Oh yeah, that stupid movie. What was that called again?
Sideways.
This is a great movie, guys.
Come on, man. They're gonna have Merlot.
I don't drink Merlot.
That's the only thing I remember from that fucking movie.
We watched I think the first 20 minutes of that movie. One of my friends was like, "Oh, this movie's so great. You guys gotta watch it." We're like, "Yeah." We just went to HEB and bought pizza.
Like, dude, we're not 33 going into wine country. We don't watch this kind of shit. We watch Bruce Lee movies and we watch Jackie Chan marathons.
It was so boring.
And we have a hard on for Tony Jaa. We don't watch Sideways.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Unless Tony Jaa's kicking someone's face sideways.
Yeah.
Then we're there.
Booyah.
You know, if I hadn't ever watched that movie or been subjected the way I was to such a torturous exam to watch that movie, now I would probably go back and watch it. Hey, you know, this is a really good film.
Yeah.
It's a heartfelt film. It's a film about friends. But now it's just like, you know what? Fuck this movie. It's fucking torture propaganda for people that think that you're friends.
Yeah,
truly
basically.
Assholes.
Yeah. Louis says the movie with Rhino and Sandman.
Oh, you mean Spider-Man 3, a.k.a. the best Spider-Man movie?
Well, they didn't have Rhino, though.
Oh.
Well, you are my son.
Troll averted. Troll averted. Abort!
Troll unsuccessful. Well, still in the Marvel Universe, but now we go over to Fox's Marvel Universe. I was going to bring up a really stupid rumor that came around, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, this guy is going to be the Thing." So it's already been dispelled, but I just want to bring it up just because I want to talk about rumors in general. But when they were saying Josh Gad, who I'm not even sure who he is, but apparently people were saying that he was going to play the Thing, and everyone was like losing their shit. Like this was like Batfleck level, where everyone's just like, "Oh my god, this guy, no way, he's from Good Vibes and Back to You and Woke Up Dead. I hate this guy." And like within like 24 hours, they're like, "Nah, that's not actually going to happen." Oh my god, he's in the Jobs movie, 21. Oh, he was in Frozen. I get some points right. But I don't know. But it's just kind of ridiculous. It's like these rumors get started from like these websites that nobody goes to, that nobody's heard of, and instead of anybody like even bothering to fact check, they're like, "Oh my god, this is gonna happen. Brace ourselves for impact, people." And it's kind of like the same thing where they're like, I don't know, just any other rumor that's like had to do with like Batman, Superman, with like Walking Phoenix. It's like, where do these rumors even come from? It's like someone just sitting there randomly, just like, you know what? I need more hits on my website, you know?
Yeah.
Denzel's gonna play Colossus.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly.
That might actually be interesting.
You know, if he was Colossus, he would have survived at the end of Training Day.
That's true. He's just like, Ileana, just getting hit with the bullets.
Yeah. Osmia, motherfucker.
It would have made sense why the Russians were coming after him, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh.
They're like, "Oh, you defect from the Soviet Union? Nah, son." And they start shooting him. And he's like, "Soviet Union ain't got shit on me."
Jay! I'm about to put cases on all you bitches.
24-hour lockdown shoe program.
And then his metal body starts to form.
Yeah.
Dunk, 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 dunk.
I run the X-Mansion. Y'all just live here. All right, I'm starting that rumor now. Denzel Washington is going to play Colossus in the next X-Men movie. It's going to be
He's
great.
black and old. Deal with it. Duh, motherfucker. Duh, motherfucker. Duh.
Oh, man. Well, Luis pretty much states how everyone felt. It's like, yeah, Josh Gad would have been a terrible Thing. He's a great comedic actor, but
I've never even heard of this dude. I'm looking at him now. He just looks like Jonah Hill when he was fat.
That's what, it was funny because that was the first troll
like
comment
those-
I pointed. Well, yeah, when he's like Grandma's Boy.
Yeah, with those weird Diane Keaton glasses. Like the Annie Hall look.
Kitty Pryde ain't got nothing on me except for some sex secrets. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like
He's got a weird upper lip.
he has no upper lip.
Yeah.
It's like it's just like puff. It's just puffy lip.
The magic dragon.
It's his ear.
Just perforated skin.
It's a sadness and broken dreams. So obviously this guy's not going to be Thing. I'm calling Jonah Hill now after his Academy Award winning performance in Wolf of Wall Street. He'll make a great Brooklyn Thing with the trench coat.
I guess.
I don't know. It's a joke.
Maybe.
Obviously he would be terrible. Michael Chiklis or nothing. Just bring him back. No one's going to know. He's in a suit. Well, supposedly they're going to do it CGI.
Oh no! Why? Why is CGI always the solution?
Well, because it worked for the Hulk. Why can't it work for the
I want
Thing?
some like animatronic like Ninja Turtle makeup stuff. You know?
They don't do that anymore.
I know.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
so sad.
Everything is
because it was so
green screen.
good. Or you think back on the CGI that they did in Jurassic Park. A lot of that was the majority of that was animatronic.
Yeah, and that's
Very little of that was
And it
CGI.
still holds
it
up.
holds up to this day.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like nobody has that kind of creativity or like lust for like perfection.
Just nobody can do that anymore.
I think they can. I think they're just lazy. They're like, we could make that, but nah, put it
I
on
thought
the
I remember
green
reading
screen.
once, and I wish I could have because
not like
this
those
is kind
guys
of
are
on the
dead.
fly. But
The Turtles,
I remember reading
were from Jim Henson's.
yeah, it was Jim Henson's
yeah.
studio. The only thing I didn't like is that they kept recreating them. In the third one, they looked really like Kermit-y.
Yeah, they really.
Like
did.
you ever seen the cover and they're just like all happy like where's
It's me,
Kermit
Raphael.
Turtle? Where's the Kermit Turtle? Like the second one they had it down. The first
Yeah.
ones were good. I really liked the Raphael in the first one. But the second one's good. And then the Donatello was really good in the second one, but the first and third one it sounded like who's that washed up 80s actor Corey
Feldman.
Yeah, it sounded like Corey
Yeah.
Feldman.
That was him.
Oh, was it? I hate his voice, and that explains everything. Hey, I don't know, Mikey. It's like, shut up. The one in the second one was great, you know?
What about
Well, these days it's so hard to find prime real estate.
Have you seen the what the new ones look like? I think they have like lips.
Oh man, they look awful.
Yikes! They have lips.
Yeah, I think they have lips. I think that's what it is.
They're turtles, but are they still alien turtles?
I think they're still. I think they scrapped that because all the response. Everyone's like, "No, we don't want fucking turtles. I mean, we don't want aliens."
Don't want aliens.
I like turtles.
They're alligators.
Dude, that would be badass.
Let's have them be aliens. Who thought that was a good? Well,
Michael
obviously
Bay.
Michael Bay. How could you think that's a good idea? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What's the thing that makes them?
They came from Cybertron.
I guarantee you that was his whole reasoning. So eventually he could have a crossover.
They were mutant alien Ninja Turtles.
It's like they're from the same planet. Like they're near the Cybertron's core where it's still warm.
Blood Ocean actually thinks they look awesome.
In his opinion.
Explain yourself, sir. We'll keep going,
they have lips and nostrils. Luis said.
Yeah, that was the thing where Hibiki was telling me. He's like, yeah, they actually look really weird with the nostrils. They just don't look like turtles.
Maybe because remember from the cartoon. The whole thing was like the ooze hit them, and then they just morphed into like these humanoid turtles. But they never
over time, like in the movie at least, it was like over a span of like 10, 15 years.
But I mean, they never
radical.
But they never actually merged with like a human being, whereas Splinter did. So maybe in the movie they're actually going to merge with a human, and that's why they have more human features.
He merged with the human in the comic?
Splinter did, because remember, Splinter was actually like a human being. He was like actually a karate master.
Yeah,
and then
Master Yoshi.
And then like his pet roach, roach. Kung Fu roach. No, his pet rat, and they merged with the ooze or whatever. But the turtles never. There was no catalyst. It was just like pour ooze on a turtle, becomes a human. It's like I think you guys forgot something here. Like at least in fucking Street Sharks, there were actual like just bro dudes. Oh my god!
Wow, Street Sharks.
Awesome.
That's the movie I'm waiting for. I want the damn Street Sharks movie. That's me awesome.
That would be pretty dope.
I
actually,
mean,
I don't know why no one's thought about that.
Because they're not. They don't have these great ideas like I do, dude. Street Sharks.
This is true,
motherfucker. And they're going to combine that with, like, Deep Blue Sea. They can eat Samuel L. Jackson all over again. Luis says, the designs aren't half bad, but he has no hope for the movie. He said that was in the comic. I don't know if it was in the comic. I know it was in the cartoon. But, yeah.
Orokusaki.
But, yeah, I don't know. They look pretty terrible. My favorite picture, though, is the one where I think it's Raphael, and he's, like, in the trench coat, and he looks like Ben Grimm when he wears the trench coat. And someone put a caption. He's like, I hope the Thing doesn't sue me.
Oh yeah, I remember reading this. I guess it was Universal. All the pictures have been taken down per Universal.
Nah, they're like
or Paramount Pictures.
Gotta go redo them now.
Yeah. I bet you that's what it is. I bet you that's what it is.
They're just gonna sit there and just like saw off like the lips and sand down the nostrils. Turtles don't need nostrils. But oh god, Blood Ocean posted a link to the one of the promo pictures. Wow, is Donatello has glasses? Is he rocking some hipster glasses? I don't know.
Like I think Raphael had Ray-Bans.
To me, this is my whole opinion on the whole thing. It's like I think they look bad. I didn't get like as angry as some people did when they saw them, just simply because I just don't care. It's like I like the Ninja Turtles; they're great. I liked them as a kid, but it's just like if I want to see the Ninja Turtles, I'll pop in one of the old movies. I'll watch the old cartoon, or I'll play the video game that I can never beat, that stupid underwater bomb diffusion stage.
That's torture right there.
It's just like, I have no desire to see the new movie. Michael Bay or not. It's just like, I don't care at all. And it's just like, I don't know. It just doesn't intrigue me. It's just like, what are you really expecting? It's like, this is something that was like golden in the 80s, and they're trying to bring it to now, and it just, to me, it doesn't seem like there's really much hope for it. But hey, there's Megan Fox kids. Woohoo!
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, a lot of people, I remember seeing the Shredder ones, and I kind of was partial to it, but a lot of people really loved the Shredder's look. I don't know if any you guys got a chance to see it, but
no.
A lot of people, everybody thought he just looked cool. He basically looked like the way he did at the end of Ninja Turtles 2.
When he died, like,
when he had
with 2 blocks of wood hit him.
No, well that
when he became Super Shredder. Nothing can kill me.
When he was breaking the pillars on that dock, and the dock fell on, like a small section of the dock fell on him.
That was when he was Super Shredder, because he came back, and it was just like I think like he
stop Shredder, you'll kill us all.
But he like
I know.
but it's only gonna kill me. But like he incurred way worse wounds before he was quote unquote Super Shredder.
Yeah.
And he's even more powerful, but less kills him. Maybe he's like Akuma, where Akuma like deals more damage, but he has no life.
Yeah.
So okay, I solved it. I understand now. It's a good movie again. Okay, so in response to my criticizing Donatello wearing glasses, both Luis and Blood Ocean mentioned that he's wearing those scientific goggles, and he's the inventor. So
it'll be interesting to see him actually take on that role because that wasn't really explored in the previous movies.
Oh, Shredder. Oh, you mean Donatello?
Yeah, Donnie.
Yeah, actually doing machines because that's a fact, Jack.
By the way, I cannot watch the cartoon anymore.
Oh, really?
I tried watching it like last week on YouTube. They have some episodes up there.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it. I'm like, this is so terrible. This is trash.
Have you seen the new one?
I have not, but I hear great things
It's
about
not bad. It's not bad.
It'll
I
make
mean,
you
I don't
wanna
really
eat
care
Kentucky
for it,
pizza.
but my kid likes it. It's not bad.
Yeah, I hear good things about it. Can't watch that old 80s cartoon though. Actually hurts my
But
soul.
Raphael's cool but rude. Michelangelo's a party, dude. It doesn't make you want to eat ridiculous amounts of pizza.
I love the intro. I will never get tired of that. I'm sorry, Luis. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I've never tried watching it since I watched it as a kid, so I don't know how it holds up. But I wouldn't be surprised.
It doesn't hold up well at all.
Because I watched Street Sharks the other day. Still awesome.
I remember watching the first episode with you a couple months
You and
back.
Beetle were there, and you guys were both like, turn the shit off, this is terrible.
It was awful. It was so bad.
They swam in the concrete.
They were swimming at a concrete on a bridge ramp. Where exactly are they hiding those huge bodies of theirs? They just tore up public property like it was no big
they're
deal.
street sharks.
Exactly, man.
Just
They're
go with
awesome.
it.
They're eating honest vendors' hot dog carts.
It's legit, bro.
There's no money in the hot dog stand, like
But
there
there's
is
money in the banana stand.
Yes, beat me to it.
I don't know. I'd like to see a new Street Sharks. I think that'd be hilarious. Lex Fuzzy again. Okay, so I guess he was upset that he thought you were trashing the new Ninja Turtles, which I haven't seen at all either. Oh, Biker Mice from Mars. Hell yeah, Biker Mice from Mars.
Holy balls, dude.
Yeah, that shit was great.
We actually had an episode called Cadillacs and Dinosaurs.
An episode or a cartoon?
Well,
show?
our episode. One of
Oh,
our
yeah.
episodes.
Oh, I love dude, no one's seen Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. That movie is bad, or that show is badass. Now, not only does it have Cadillacs, but it has dinosaurs, and it has an environmental message.
I have a fleeting memory of that, but I do vaguely recall that.
It was beautiful. I want them to bring that back.
I want them to bring back Mighty Max.
Which one? Oh, was Mighty Max, was that the pocket one? Like the toy? Yeah, dude. Virgil, that little owl thing, who was the
Oh, I remember that show.
That show was so badass.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And it was like two adults or
SWAT
cats.
You know what they really need to bring back? Captain Bucky O'Hare.
No,
I'm serious. Go back and watch it. The animation is freaking badass.
well, I don't even know what it is.
I don't either.
You wouldn't. It's a green rabbit from
wouldn't.
space.
Oh, I get it, Bucky O'Hare.
Oh, those 80s guys.
Hey, zombie!
Luis asks, did you guys know about or ever see the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle crossover movie with the comics turtles, 80s turtles, and some other cartoon turtles?
No.
I've never heard of that. I have seen the
Wow.
Power Rangers crossover with the Ninja Turtles.
They got beat the hell up by those Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, hey, they were the original karate people on TV. Power Rangers tried to steal their shine. They said, "Nah, son." SWAT Cats. I didn't like SWAT Cats as much.
I liked it.
SWAT Cats was awesome.
I think it's just my bias and hatred towards.
I think
cats.
SWAT Cats was Powerpuff Girl before Powerpuff Girls because it's almost like the same premise. We gotta go and save the mayor.
But they weren't sugar, spice, and everything nice.
Yeah,
They're like
they
dirty
weren't-
cats from like the filthiest part of New
Where
Jersey.
was Chemical X?
There was no chemical.
They had a jet somehow
Cats should not be
that
flying
they
jets.
fixed with junkyard parts.
So wait, were they junkyard cats?
They were
They had like a bat
cats.
Yeah, they were junkyard cats. They had a bat cave underneath their junkyard, and they were like forced into to early retirement, pretty much. They're like muscled out of the squad
Nice. All right, they've redeemed themselves a little bit. That actually sounds like an intriguing premise.
because they were good cops. The movie is on YouTube.
You're crooked cops. You're all a
Thank
bunch
you,
of crooked
Luis.
cops. Yeah, we'll check that out. Yeah, I never had heard of that. That sounds cool, though. Just as long as we get to see the original 80s Ninja Turtles that everyone here, especially Fuzzy Sibblers, loves.
They're babies! Babies! They're babies! They're idiots!
Well, they're not idiots. They're babies. And then they look at him like, bonk! Okay, they're stupid babies. Like, aren't all babies stupid?
Mostly. Oh, man.
I like how they're showing their worth and strength the whole entire time. He's like dissing on them, and it takes like the dude to like, hey, let me get this experiment going, and like skip a scene, and they're lifting that tractor trailer, together, and he's just like, maybe they will be useful after all. And then that guy comes back in the shot, and it's like, his face. I've watched this movie entirely too many times with my son in the past few months.
Maybe not enough.
So I'm just quoting different spots of the movie.
Kino.
Oh, God. Well, he says Disney wants to do a live-action Chip and Dale movie. I bet they've got the idea from Alvin and the Chickmunks. Look, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers was a great show. I do not want to see a live-action movie. Like, why? Why? What's the point?
They're chipmunks that have to become strippers.
See, I would watch it for that. It's like their Rescue Rangers business like goes out of business.
Can you imagine Monty would be like Chris Farley?
That's me, all right, Jack. He's on stage ripping his clothes off. Like,
Monty's gonna do the trick. Right, I got a brilliant move for you.
You know, maybe if they just made it where, like, if they're going to do live action, they just have actual actors. Like, they're not animals, but they're just people that have, like, the personalities and, like the body types of those, like, creatures. And, like, and, like, they're supposed to be these rescuers or whatever. They go to business, and it becomes, like a Magic Mike. They have to go sell their bodies to pay the rent.
Oh my God,
Penny! And instead of was that what her name was? Penny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of her being a stripper, she's like just the manager, so she ends up being the
Donatello
pimp
of the group.
Yes.
Yeah, she's a smart one, and really, like, the business was doing good, but she was embezzling money, and she just wanted to see them dance on the stage.
I don't know if she would want to see them.
Well, just for like humiliation.
Monterey Jack.
Yeah,
and she's kind of sadistic.
yeah. Monty would be like the one that would enjoy it though.
He would. He'd be
found
like,
my calling, mates.
How you like me now, love?
Yeah, his titties flopping in the air.
You failed the draft, fellas.
Yeah,
Milkshake playing in the background.
Chip and Dale are just like, what? We just wanted to rescue people.
help yourself to some of that underboob, mates. Old Monty's in it for the full.
There's plenty to where that came from. He's like rubbing it in their faces. You got 2 for the price of 1.
Oh, look at that. A spot of cheese is on your face now.
Let me lick it off with my nipple.
It's Monterey Jack cheese.
I've been keeping that for 20 years just for this occasion. It's a nice stinky cheese too. Oh man! If it ends up anything like that, I think Disney's on the right track.
Yeah,
but I have a feeling that they won't take these great ideas into consideration.
Just flooded with troubled Disney stars.
Philip Seymour Hoffman would have made a great.
Oh, that would have been perfect. R.I.P. I wonder how they're going to do the next Hunger Games, since he was kind of an important part.
I don't know. Maybe they'll have his body on a marionette.
They could just see. You know what's really interesting about his death is like, it's like, you know,
Fuzzy's just nodding his head in a smiling.
No, I was shaking my head.
Oh.
It's like when Paul Walker died, like everyone was like sad, mainly because it was just like it was unexpected. It was just like, oh, here's a nice guy, he's a philanthropist. But it's like no one was really like that sad. With the exception of people that saw Running Scared, it's like, okay, he wasn't that great of an actor, but it sucks that he died. Philip Seymour Hoffman, people are just like, no, he was such a great actor. Like people were really like touched by his death. Like, you know, like he was just, I don't know, like for all the celebrities that have died in like recent memory, like no one has really been like that upset over like losing like such a great talent that I can think of.
It just depends on what circle that you run with.
Yeah,
because I remember seeing a bunch of people who were really devastated by Paul Walker's death.
Yeah,
and those were the people who you kind of, they would smoke weed and go see all the Fast and Furious movies. They saw the first one when they were, in high school.
They were the dudes
school.
that spilled out into the parking lot in their Honda Civic and just like hightailed it, going 60 in like the next 10 seconds. They're like, yeah, too fast for y'all.
I'll see you soon,
Paul. Yeah.
Well, I think that's the thing. Well, I guess I misspoke. I didn't mean like people weren't sad that Paul Walker died, but they were sad for a different reason.
Right.
It wasn't that he was a great actor, but they still loved what he did. It was like he just was like that fun guy. You never think of him being dead. It's just like he was so full of life.
And he was a pretty face.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was an adventurer. He went out and he gave to charities, and he went and did a lot of stuff for like. And I remember watching a show on Discovery, and it was about sharks, and he was with. They didn't focus on him, but he was there. I was like, dude, that's Paul Walker. And they introduced him for like 5 seconds, like we even got Paul Walker helping us, but they didn't like focus on him or like hey, Paul Walker's on this show. Yeah. He was just there. He was like grabbing sharks and shit like that, and like hoisting up, and they were tagging him to see why are these sharks dying off, and that like he was a very involved person. He just loved going out and having his own adventure. He was living life to the fullest, and to see him just die like that, it was a shock.
Yeah. Shock to your system.
Philip Seymour Hoffman, on the other hand, he did heroin and ate pizza. That's what he did in his free time. And he acted the crap off his ass.
Yeah, that dude was a talent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really loved that needle.
Well, hey, sometimes you got to self-medicate to get that talent flowing. Just gotta. That's where all the juice comes from. I don't know. Those were his literal creative.
I'm sorry
juices.
for the bad jokes.
Everything.
I just don't respect somebody like that just dies like that.
Well, maybe he was depressed. That was all he had.
Maybe so.
He was.
There are a lot of people who struggle with addiction.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I've had friends like that, but I just don't feel bad. That's all.
I think it makes it that much more tragic that he was so talented, but he was still destroyed by drugs.
You reach this place in society where everybody knows you. You have all the accolades, like the highest accolades you can get in the profession of your choice, and you have all this money, this fame, and you're still looking to medicate with something else.
Yeah. It's like you're still so just like broken or whatever inside that, despite all that, it's just like, because it'd be one thing if he was just rich and famous but not talented, but he was immensely talented. Like, like I said, like people were just devastated by him dying, but it's like despite being such a master of your craft, he's still, has these, these personal issues that he's not able to shake. So, here's to Philip Seymour Hoffman. It's one moment of silence, which is now over. Moving on to Forrest Whitaker.
Moving on.
So Forrest Whitaker is gonna be in Taken 3.
Yay.
Which I only brought that up because there's gonna be a Taken 3.
Yay.
Because obviously we needed another one after the second one was so terrible.
Didn't Liam Neeson say, "Yeah, I don't know how we got to Taken 2, but I'm not going to do Taken 3.
And then they gave him a check, and he said, "Give me back my great aunt! Give me back my goldfish!
Release the Kraken!" That is Taken 3.
I hope the whole movie is just
Ralph Fiennes has to be in it.
I hope it's just like a whole bunch of short movies within one movie, just like little 20-minute movies of people just taking shit from him. Give me back my TV! Like someone like pickpockets his wallet, he chases him down, snaps his neck, and then just goes to the next day.
They should just make
someone
it like
steals his car and he just kills them, and someone just just like shit like that. Like someone steals his credit card information, he just hunts him down. Have a very special. You know what? I'm not even gonna give you. I'm just gonna fucking kill you. And he just like appears.
He's in the self checkout 10 items or less, and the cashier's got to come and swipe the card so he can buy his bottle of wine, and then he just cracks that dude's neck. Just walks out. Kid swipes his card, clears the wine, he just cracks his neck, walks out. That's his version of Gran Torino. That's what it should be.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn.
That'd be awesome. I would like that if he's like retired and he's just like this disgruntled old man just terrorizing the neighborhood.
You should just be as like him telling stories about when he was first joined, what was it, the CIA or whatever secret agency he was in, and then just have like Channing Tatum play him, and then him going through walls like Jason Bourne style, or the first.
Don't worry, mon ami. I will get back
I'll
my
find
dada.
you and I'll kill you, and it zooms in on his chest, and he's doing like the Terry Crews like
I have a very
chest
particular
dance thing
skill
where it's
set.
like, you know what I'm talking about? Where it's like nipples going up and down.
So it'll be flashbacks to
22 Jump Street.
Jump Street.
Yeah, something. Yeah, dude. Before he joined the CIA, that was 22 Jump Street.
Nice. Louis says, I guess in this movie no one gets taken. He says he's not joking. He says that's the only reason why Liam signed on to it.
Wow.
So maybe someone returned something. Maybe it's like his ex-wife moves in with him. He's just like, oh, really? I thought it was free of you. Could someone? He's trying to get someone to take her. Like, hey, you want to kidnap my wife? Dude, that's all you did to the last few people. You killed an entire country. Come on, I'll pay you. It's like, money's not going to do me any good when I'm dead. When you literally make my lips touch my back. I don't even know how that's possible, but you'll do it. It's just like,
you got banned from France. Even for an American, that's hard to do.
They won't even export crepes to you.
He really did annihilate a small town.
Oh yeah, it's just like that's the thing that was so funny about the sequel. It's just like, all right, they didn't know what they were up against in the first one. Honest mistake, kidnap a girl, whatever. Yeah. The second one is just like, you're gonna fuck with this guy again. He killed your whole squad. Like, it's like in those movies where like someone's running through, you know, like a Arnold movie or whatever, and they're just killing everybody, and you see like the last two guys, they're still trying to fight him. It's like, really? That's when I put in my resignation. Like, nope. you know, I'm not loyal to this guy.
It's like Rambo.
It's like I'm a contractor.
Like
I'm
First
out
Blood.
of here.
It's like they're trying to fuck with this dude, and they don't know what they're getting into. And it takes literally the U.S. Army and the guy's commanding general to like calm him down. And then the movie just ends.
Because it's not even like they even stop him. Like they convince him to stop. It's like, please stop killing everyone, Rambo. I understand.
I was in charge of $1 million equipment.
They spit on us when we came back.
Come me, baby killer.
Hey, yo, I ain't never killed no babies. I just wanted to fight.
All I wanted was something to eat. I wanted the Rudy Tooty fresh and fruity. These assholes wouldn't let me eat.
I can't even get a job fucking cars.
So I'm just gonna puck this knife in your chest. Calm down, Rambo. It's gonna be okay.
I was driving in a souped-up SUV with, Russell Crowe. We were Tango and Cash.
That wasn't Russell Crowe.
I mean Kurt Russell.
That wasn't Russell Crowe, you phony!
He's a phony! It's big phony!
I have to move my shoulders up and down.
Yeah, I wish you listeners could get that visual.
Like you got those old school 80s like jackets with the shoulder pads. That's what you look like when you're doing that.
Louis says, refer to Channing Tatum as the young Liam Neeson. I will kill you with my sexy stripper dance.
Yeah.
He's going to kill your bank account, throwing all those ones. Having lots of fun, because, homie, I can do that shit. Because police having fits when your paper's legit. Anyway. So apparently there's a group of movie theaters that are calling for shorter movie trailers and fewer spoilers. So basically, it's NATO, not the NATO with guns, but the NATO that shows movies with guns. The National Association of Theater Owners.
That's laughable.
Hey, they're
you need an association for that?
They're a trade organization representing more than 31,000 movie screens in all 50 states.
Oh yeah, 31,000 movie screens, not movie theaters.
And additional theaters in 78 countries. So they released a voluntary, because they have teeth in that NATO. Just like the real NATO. In-theater marketing guidelines for movie theaters in North America. But basically, they don't want trailers any longer than 2 minutes, and they don't want them to start marketing movies any more than 150 days / 5 months prior to the release date, and no in-theater marketing prior 120 days prior and 4 months. So basically, we wouldn't have all this crap for Superman Batman already, since it's not coming out for like 2 years. So this would put the kibosh on that.
I actually wouldn't have a problem with that.
I actually kind of like that idea because It's just annoying. It's just like, you get so hyped for a movie, like, either one is disappointing, because there's no way it can live up to, like, 2 years of hype, or two, it's just like, you get so hyped, and then you don't hear anything about it when it comes out. It's like, wait, remember that movie I was excited about that lasted 2 days in the theater? I think it was called,
I guess I'm just not understanding how this directly impacts them, because it more or less impacts the studio.
Well, yeah, it's a voluntary agreement for the studios to stop cramming so many advertisements down everyone's throat. They're just saying,
they're
like,
paying for that screen time, so what's the complaint?
Well, because I guess they care about the movie goer experience. They're just like, hey, bros.
When they're jacking up when they're selling fucking gummy worms for $5?
They care about the movie experience.
Bullshit, they care.
That doesn't have to do with refreshments and concessions, because that's how they make their bones. And if they don't get no tolls, they don't need no rolls.
You can't even call that concessions. Unless you're like Alamo or this iPix or anything like that, your theater experience is bullshit. You go there for the fucking movie, you sneak in all the dollar candies you bought at this corner store down the street, and you hide a 20-ounce soda, and you just saved yourself $20.
What if you go to one of those fancy theaters?
Yeah, if you're going to like Alamo or something like that, then whatever, you're paying your way in. Ticket pays for itself.
Yeah.
You know, because you're getting there, you're whining and dining. You get alcohol, you get whatever the hell you want. You get fucking pizza if you want.
And you get a little show before the movie.
Yeah, you get a little show, you get creativity. I don't know how, like, iPick and those other I haven't been to those yet, but I hear Brewflix, I hear those are really good too, and they got the really nice leather seats, so
leather belt.
Your ticket is essentially paying its way. You know, it's paying for itself. You know, if you're going to have this really nice cushy seat, like, was it Brewflix or iPick? I think they have like massagers or like certain seats that have massagers, or it's got like a heater or something like that.
I can't afford to watch movies at iPick, so that's probably what it is.
It literally is like $30.
It's 30. Yeah, one of them was like $30 a ticket, and I was like, wow, well, okay. In that sense, if that's what you want, then that's fine because your ticket is paying for itself. But if you're paying $8 to go to an AMC or a Cinemark, you're not. You're just paying for the movie.
But Agamemnon. Cinemark is the best seat in town.
Well, I could say I'm the best Mexican in town. It doesn't make it true.
But Agamemnon, it is true.
Well, yes, it is.
But
Hey, carnal, I freaking love USA.
Are they the ones that have that 3D roller coaster in the beginning?
Yeah.
Worth the price of admission and $10 gummy bears.
I disagree.
That's the best.
Front row Joe. That's all I'm gonna say. It's Front Row Joe.
Louis says
I remember Front Row Joe. He's a good essay.
He was great in the front row. Louis says the longest trailers are usually a minute or 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Boo-hoo, an extra 30 seconds.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Very rarely do they go over 3 minutes.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, it's like the only when they have those extended trailers, which usually aren't even in the theaters.
Well, I mean, think about it. You're spending about 10-12 minutes watching about 6 or 7 trailers, and then the movie starts.
Yeah.
You know?
Lee says, I have to pay $12 for a movie. I used to pay $4.50 as a kid. Movie theaters need to shut up! And everything that Jay said.
Yeah.
And then Blood Ocean says, iPick gives you a lazy boy with a blanket and a cigar and a pancake.
Yeah, I was just going to read that. Yeah, if they come with a cigar and a pancake, hell yeah, I'm down for that.
You are my favorite.
A seat, okay, yeah, I'm just like absorbing it. A seat with a blanket. That's like being at home.
Yeah.
$30 for that? I mean, in a sense, if you don't want to be at home, in the comfort of your couch and your home theater
you want to leave home. You want to leave home to feel.
Then that's a great deal. But it's like, yeah, for $30, I'll just go buy the movie and some popcorn and like I don't know, some taco cabana.
To me, it's one of those like if you just want to spoil yourself, it's like all right.
Yeah, totally. Because I mean, I assume if you go into iPick, they have a really good. If you're paying $30 for a seat and they give you a freaking lazy boy and a blanket, I'm pretty sure they got some top-notch wine and beer. That if you can afford $30 ticket for all that good stuff, you can probably afford like the high-end price of wine and beer.
It'll be funny. And that's how they get you. All the food's really shitty. Is this regular like movie?
Oh yeah, that'd be awful.
Like, you ever got it? Oh, what was it?
Formerly used to be of Hunan Management.
Like, you get, like, the pretzels. It's like a pretzel in a fucking, like, plastic bag. And it's like, they don't even give you, like, real cheese. It's like, is this like a separate container? No, it's the nachos. It's like, they're not even real nachos.
Oh, yeah.
They give you a little cheese dip, and like 5 chips, and like, there you go. Thanks
It's like
for the
those crackers
$10.
and cheese you buy from the Lunchables.
Even Lunchables.
It's like, this pretzel's cool. It's like, yeah, we had to get it from the Target down the street.
Yeah, we just pulled it out of the freezer, still defrosting. It should be done by the movie's over.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
But it's cold outside.
Slam
Enjoy.
it out. But baby, it's
Just like
cold
the salt.
outside.
With all that, you'd think that there would be a restroom included with your blanket.
I know, like
Your
a
little-
shit bucket.
Yeah, they come by
Built-in
with...
shit bucket.
So, would you like
You got
to
a
make
shit
water?
bucket, you're watching all of the movie. You don't got a shit bucket, you ain't watching all of the movie.
Well, they can just make the lazy boy like a toilet. you just flush with a little lever that would normally recline.
Yeah, do the Battlefield Friends or the more popular Cartman technique.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the World of Warcraft one.
That room. That room. Mom, that room.
Yes, honey. I'm gonna use the bathroom.
Louis says there's no iPick where he's at. He's in New York, right?
They were supposed to be building an Alamo Draft House, I think, in down. Oh wait, you live. I always forget. I always think Luis lives in Brooklyn, but you live in Connecticut.
Brooklyn!
I think.
No, Connecticut. Same thing. The Northeast is all the same. Blood Ocean says it's pretty good. Food and drinks. iPick has pool tables and a bar. So you can play pool while the movie's going on. You're like scratching in pool balls into people. I paid $30 for this ticket. I got a fucking concussion during the opening credits.
Well, I mean, Blood Ocean. He's only like
Connecticut.
making it sound more palatable.
Yeah.
Because if you go to Cinemark, they have like fucking Wave Race or whatever the game's called. Like, these games were like the pinnacle of video game perfection 20 years ago.
20 years
You know? 20 years ago.
Hey, they got Time Crisis 2, all right.
Time Crisis 2. What are we on, like 4 or 5 still?
I think 4, yeah.
Yeah, we're still on 4. Come on.
It's like they have the crane where you can get like the toys. They still have the same Toy Story
You're
toys.
doing something wrong if you still got Cruising USA and
Area
only,
51.
and only the break. Yeah, Area 51. If you got
Mortal Kombat 2.
if you got Cruising USA and only the break works, you know.
You reckon Cinemarks have that much more?
Or you got Area 51
great-
and the reload doesn't work. So you're
Oh,
gonna
I hate
die
that
every
shit.
time you
Reload.
unload.
You just waste your damn quarter. You can't even shoot. It's like, 5 bullets. I guess I'm
You get
dead.
shot and then it reloads. Oh, here you go. Shot. I'm dead.
You got to take a bullet to reload a
Take
bullet.
2 more, and then and a lot of these places, like, these games aren't even worth 10 cents
Yeah.
to play, and they're 50 cents, 2 quarters.
Well, nowadays it's probably like $1 adjusted for inflation.
No.
Yeah.
Louis says he wants an iPick now. If you ever come to Austin, we'll treat you to iPick,
Oh yeah, totally, man.
but you'll buy the food. So if I treat,
I'll get. The
we'll
drinks.
drive you there.
We'll bring a blanket for you.
We'll leave the light on.
A Ninja Turtle blanket.
Oh,
Oh, Hibiki can make one, so there you go.
I have like 3.
Oh, do you?
I still have my Ninja Turtle comforter. I still have my Ninja Turtle
From when you were 18?
from yesterday.
from like 2 years ago.
Do they have nostrils and lips?
I'm not hating.
No. I have a sleeping blanket
Are they aliens?
to go camping in,
Nice.
and I have sheets.
Do you have a body pillow of April?
No, you know what? I think
You would know. You would know that. Come on.
No. I had this. It wasn't a body pillow. I mean, technically, it was Leonardo's body as a pillow.
I want to get in that show, Leonardo.
Was
You
his
keep
body
me
ready?
So warm.
His body was ready.
His
Take
body
out-
was ready.
Take out that katana. Unsheath me, baby.
Oh, you're ruining my childhood.
Sounds like a bad Rihanna song.
I want to show you the secret of my ooze.
Oh,
Cowabunga!
Dude, you just cowabungaed all over my bed sheet. My comforter.
Radical.
I hate you guys.
My comforter will never be the same.
I think Blood Ocean knows what you're talking about because he said he had the same pillow.
He borrowed it one night. All he came back was a Leonardo headband.
Hey, it's Anonymous.
Hey, Anonymous.
Welcome back.
Top of the morning to you.
Hey, love. Welcome to the show. This is Mortal Ray Jack.
Yeah, you missed quite a first hour. Oh my!
Glad you could join us. I got some actually old news. I don't know why I still have this here, but Jonathan Banks joins the Breaking Bad prequel Better Call Saul.
That's how you know it's funny when you just interrupted his line of thought.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle porn parody starring Prometheus and Agamemnon.
Yeah.
I would love that. I would totally star in that. I call Michelangelo. Baby, you want to see what I can do with these nunchucks?
I want Raphael.
Damn!
Just speaking that bad Jersey accent. You think you're gonna fight crime? You don't know nothing, pal.
It's Mark Wahlberg.
Dude, that's what they should have cast with Raphael. That would have been badass.
He would have been all confused all the time.
Exactly.
Unless you got the aggressive Mark Wahlberg from the Boston movie with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, Departed.
The Departed, yeah. If you get him, just that aggressive, angry.
Yeah,
You don't fuck with me, pal. You don't fuck with me. Get out of here.
I'm gonna make you drop your groceries. Boom.
Yeah.
You don't mess with none of the Ninja Turtles around here, pal.
Dude, I just thought Casey Jones. He would have been a perfect Casey Jones.
Yeah.
Don't mess with my turtles. I got this hockey stick. I'll hit you with it.
I love hockey. It'd be like in Four Brothers.
So they're four turtles.
The four turtles.
You know what happens to ice when it starts to melt?
The same thing as ice.
Condensation. The ice is gonna crack below your feet.
Avon a giggle mate.
Are you having?
Yeah.
A giggle.
Are you am I having? Yes, we are having a giggle.
No, you gotta answer in the Monterey Jack voice.
Oi, I'm having a giggle.
I'm having a giggle.
That happens to me.
My heart hurts right on my chest. Somebody call an ambulance.
My chest. My bloody chest. Crikey. Oh, man.
I had one too many Monterey Jacks.
The cheese is in my bloody arteries. I'm not having a giggle. I'm having a stroke. Tell my wife I fucked around a lot. And I'm not sorry because she was a bloody whore.
Our nephew's actually my son.
Let her know that I replaced the margarine with real butter.
And the sisters will better lay in bed.
Finally said it in a British accent. We've been practicing Anonymous. We want you to feel at home.
Yeah.
God save the Queen. But yeah, so as I was saying, Jonathan Banks, better known as Mike Ehrmantraut, joins the Breaking Bad prequel Better Call Saul, which pretty much everyone kind of saw coming. You like that? But
you're ruining it.
I'm just stalling for time as I read this article. But yeah, pretty much, I don't know. I mean, pretty much people expected that because, I mean, obviously it's a prequel, and he was already working with Saul, so obviously he's going to be there lurking around, and he's too badass not to be there.
He really is.
So I'm really looking forward to it. He was one of my favorite characters. Like, I just love how, because he starts off, he's just like a PI, he's pretty cool, and then he just goes from, like, cool to just, like, incredible badass. Like, him and Liam Neeson could be, like, golfing buddies, just swapping stories.
This
like,
is true. When he went in and, like, murdered all those Asians.
Yeah, I love the part where he's like, so what happened at the warehouse? They're a problem for weakness. Didn't find any. Like, he's like, walks in, there's a guy, like, at the door with, like, with a gun, they pointed towards, like, this Asian guy that's at a desk. And he's like having the guy like point like he and he knows he's behind the door, so he's pointing his gun at the door and having the guy has his hands up like, you know, the guy has a gun on him, and he's raising his hands to the level so he can adjust his pistol to shoot him. Mm-hmm. I was just like, that is fucking. I'm gonna use that one day. Yeah. That is clever. That's gonna get me out of a pinch.
That guy was a badass.
Yeah. Oh, it's all good, man. It's all good, man. Thank you, Melanie. It is very nice. Oh yeah, Aaron and Paul will appear somehow, and don't know how they'll work exactly. Yeah, supposedly Bryan Cranston's gonna show up as well. Probably as Lex Luthor, and Aaron Paul's gonna be in Need for Speed. He's just gonna drive through the wall.
I'm going fast, bitch.
I ain't got brakes, bitch.
And he's gonna start speeding on the thing. Oh!
Yeah, I remember everyone was saying like the ending was just like the beginning of Need for Speed.
Yeah.
The gate.
It was. It totally was.
Like laugh crying.
Dude, Need for Speed was so tragic if that was the case. He's all like tormented and like broken up. The kid's mom is dead. He's having to bury her body. It's like, this isn't the Need for Speed I expected. I thought it was going to be fun. It's just like this tragic movie. At the end, he's just
It's like Drive with a plot.
Yeah. Beat.
Oscar nominated.
Beat. Oh, God. Fucking Drive. That movie drove off a cliff.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, it's pretty much Ryan Gosling looking at the camera for fucking 2 hours. Not even much driving. There's like one driving scene.
It's hard to complain when that's what it is.
But there's no
But
driving.
at the same time, it's like, yeah, I could use a little substance in my...
You remember this lady sued...
I could use a little chicken in my noodle soup.
Sued the studio
Oh, yeah.
for false advertisement.
I paid for
shit,
driving.
I might as well
want
just do that
driving.
for every movie. I should do that for Adventureland.
She said, well...
I was promised a comedy, and I got this melodramatic bullshit.
I paid for Man of Steel, and he was made out of flesh. He wasn't steel at all.
Actually, that's pretty much what she said about Drive.
Yeah.
I expected something to be like too fast.
I wanted Ryan Gosling's penis on the screen.
This wasn't furious at all. It was tame. It wasn't fast. It was coasting.
Yeah, I liked it too, Luis.
Yeah,
I didn't have too many gripes about it, but we had one person on here, may she rest in peace, Devin from This Week in the Cinema. She was a great gal. But she just went up missing one day.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
hey,
she
I
was
swear
gone
off social
too
media
soon.
forever, and I moved to France or something like that. Oh, oui, oui.
Now she
croissant.
lived with me. All right, Jack.
She never went
She
me.
helps wipe the cheese off my teats.
That's so gross.
This like Velveeta smelled over your nude body.
You put it in a bowl, let it curl for a while.
The whole
You
neighborhood
got
can
brilliant
smell it.
cottage cheese.
But yeah, the thing about Drive was like
That was
it's
good on my bagel.
Don't mind the house, love. Those were there when I got there.
tonight they're gonna be the bagel and I'm gonna be the creamer. But Drive was just like so weird because it's like Ryan Gosling has like this weird like serial killer type vibe the whole time. I'm like, why the hell is he like this? This is fucking weird. Like, I don't get it. And then you get to the scene where like he goes to the strip club and he beats the guy's ass in the elevator. It's like, I understand the serial killer vibe now. He's a fucking serial killer, you know? So I don't know. I enjoyed it for what it was worth. And plus it had Heisenberg, and you can't doubt that.
The way he dies is so awful.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Albert something. I always forget his last name. But he was the guy that cuts his arm at the end.
Wesker?
Yeah, him. No. He was like that ruthless guy.
Yeah,
Remember, he was the one who cut Bryan Cranston's arm.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
like,
yeah, the mafia dude.
I
or
like
whatever.
you. Yeah, so that's why I'm cutting you this way.
Yeah,
You won't
right.
feel anything. You just see Bryan Cranston, like, the life coming out of his face.
I always said that. I'm pretty sure if someone cut you anywhere on your body, you're going to feel it. Yeah. I mean, it might not be like...
Unless maybe it was just like the severity of the gash, created like instant shock. So it was hard, like once shot goes in, you don't really feel a whole lot.
I don't know. He didn't look like he was having a good time. It looked like he had seen better
Well, I was
days.
just saying, just from experience, I had a dog that bit off my friend's arm, like a good chunk of his bicep.
He made it seem like he bit like the entire arm.
No, he did. He bit. He had a huge scar, like right there on the on the
you made
side.
it sound like he bit the
like his
arm
whole
off.
arm was like in his mouth.
Oh,
dangling.
yeah. No, he bit it like
And the
an
dog was
apple.
like, "You've been disarmed."
He bit it like an apple, and it sounded like an apple. And he was just like, dude, my arm.
I
There's
read
a
Delicious.
piece of it missing. Pick up the pieces. Come on. And we were like 11.
wow.
We were like 11 and 12. He's like, oh my God, dude, oh my God. And like my brother was
What's this,
freaking
the
out.
Golden Axe guy?
No. This is my friend Reagan.
That's for taking my bike, you son of a bitch.
This was my friend Reagan. He became a cokehead in later years.
Well, when you lose a
Hopefully
arm
he's
to a dog.
recovered, but whatever. Yeah, so we called the ambulance, and we got the EMS to come out in the middle of buttfuck Del Valley. And, yeah, he came and worked on him, but the whole time he was, like, more or less calm. We got him a rag, and we stopped the bleeding before EMS got there.
Jay,
And he
I
was-
can't believe your dog just took a bite.
He was like, no, he was.
I told him to take a bite out of crime. I didn't mean
he was sitting on the front. He was sitting on the front porch in disbelief. He was just like, I can't believe your dog did that. I was like, it doesn't hurt. I was like, I don't think so. I don't feel anything.
You're telling me you had McGruff, the crime dog, as a pet, as a child?
I guess. Well, he wasn't a criminal yet.
He knew already, though.
Yeah,
he was in training.
He sniffed out that crime.
Maybe he did.
He's a precock.
Oh my god!
Tom Cruise had to come stop it.
The dog had to die after that. So.
Well, Jay, you're gonna have to put this dog down after he just bit me like that. Come on, man. Come on, man.
You gotta Old Yeller this dog.
He didn't sound anything like that.
There's only one thing you can do. You gotta hit it right in that there kill spot.
Sometimes you just gotta put a .40 caliber bullet right between the eyes.
The dog's like, I thought it was a Golden Delicious, man. Don't kill me. It's gonna be Golden Delicious.
At least it was golden and delicious in the glistening of the sun.
Don't worry.
Yeah, he was fucking with my dog's tennis ball.
Then he made him his tennis ball.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll show you. You want to fuck with my balls? Oh, look at me. I got no bicep.
Well, to be fair, he was kind of antagonizing the dog. Now I think about it, he was like, "Oh, you can't get it from me. You can." It was a huge dog. He was like half German, half Australian Shepherd.
Crikey!
And he was like slightly aggressive too.
The German in him came out.
Well, the kid was white with the kid was white with green eyes.
He was Jewish.
No, he wasn't Jewish. He's like
He was a country Jew.
This dog is racist against my Jewish heritage.
I mean, come on, Jay. Assalamu alaikum, man.
That ain't right. You know that.
Your dog's eyeballing me.
You're not invited to my bar mitzvah.
You tell that dog I am not kosher. And I will not be eaten.
He wasn't Jewish. Not even a sliver of Hebrew. He was like Austrian, if anything.
They didn't support us enough in the war effort. We had to take them down.
You saw what happened to Warsaw.
That pact was strong.
Where were they when that happened, huh? Poland crying out for help. Son of a bitch Austrians hiding their Arnolds. Sympathizing with the enemy.
Becoming governators.
Becoming governators.
But to your point,
killing predators.
I think that wound of having your bicep bitten off would definitely put you in shock as opposed to having like your vein slit. Like that's still like more of like a superficial wound that would still
but it was
sting.
like the entirety of his arm.
But I think having a dog biting off your bicep would be...
Okay, think of it like a shark just serrating its teeth right through your arm. Oh, come on! Cock buffet. I was late for the podcast.
Thanks,
the
Anonymous.
First thing I do when I walk in before I set up, they just look at me, they go, cock buffet. Way to set the tone, guys.
Well, when he flexed in front of the ladies, the cock buffet, I might have a bicep, but I got something you can sink your teeth into, which
Screw
is
you
ironic
guys.
because because that's how I lost my bicep.
I'm going
a dog sunk his teeth into me.
I'm going dark for a minute.
Perfect dark. But anyway, my point was, I wouldn't imagine that the wound that Bryan Cranston sustained would be enough to make you like not feel it. Not that I've ever had a wound like that, but I don't know. To me, that's kind of like if you were walking by like a rusty fence, or like a nail sticking out, and you cut yourself. You would be like, there's really fucking stings. Like you would feel all of the pain. You wouldn't be like, oh man, I don't feel anything.
I guess I don't know. It might be like when people break. Have you ever broke a limb?
No, I break limbs.
Nice.
Yeah.
What I hear is that most times whenever someone breaks an arm or a leg or whatever, they don't feel it initially. It's like a pop and there's some pain there, but they're like, ow, something bad happened.
Yeah, they don't even realize
I don't think that I broke it. And then later they take their sweater off and then their arms.
Just dangling Gumby style.
It hurts.
Mommy, it hurts.
It hurts.
Yeah.
Right? You ever seen a kid cry like
kids
that?
cry.
Crying, but they're like in
Zero
such
dark 30
disbelief. Oh, it hurts. Mama, what happened? What happened?
Okay, well,
I fell off the tree. My arm was behind my butt.
Now my arm's in my butt. So, Anonymous, you've broken a finger, so how much did you feel that? And also,
He was probably flipping some guy out
He
off
probably
after
was.
he called him a cock buffet. The guy broke it.
He was flicking him off so hard his finger broke. He's like, this is an extraordinary strain, but I'm doing it as hard as I can.
'Cause I've broken a toe. I broke my big toe on my left foot. And yes, in the Army. I was running for cover.
Were you in an army of two? Were you chasing down Mexican cartels?
Yes, I was. You remember we were trying to take down the Devil's Cartel. And,
and we had to do a dual lift to open that garage door.
no, I was in 11th grade, and it was in English class, and we were running because of some stupid game that my friends made up.
I'll hunt you down. Run before I shoot you. Where'd you get your dad's gun from? Run, boy. Run.
That's what happens whenever the I is not before the C.
Oh!
Before the E. Excuse me.
Any grammar in things that are incorrect, you get shot. Is essentially the point.
Yeah, but when I broke it, it just popped, and I was like, ow, my foot hurts. And then for the next 30 minutes to an hour, I was just like, why is my foot still hurt? I was like, I think I might have to go to the nurse. And I was like, hey, teacher, can I go to the nurse because I think something's wrong with my foot? She's like, no. And I took my shoe off, and then I see my big toe laying over.
Wow.
It was like laying on top of 3 of my other toes.
Oh, man.
And I was like, I showed it to her. I was like, can I go now? She's like, yeah.
She's like, no. Well, you think
She's
just
just looking
across
at
your
say,
toes?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you should probably leave.
You might need a
Don't tell
Band-Aid.
anybody I said no.
Take a salt tablet. Well, Anonymous says when he broke his finger, he felt all of it. Was that all the scorn from flicking somebody off, or all the pain searing through your bones?
Oh, never I ain't to a female. She feels all of it too. I'm all right, Jack.
Every single inch of bone.
It's even a foot long. Going back to Luis's comment, he said Christina Hendricks, was she in Drive?
Yeah,
Huh.
she was the big boobed redhead.
Well,
I love those.
Now I have a reason
Me too.
to see it again. I didn't remember. Well, I didn't know who she was at the time, but now I do.
Yeah, she's from Mad Men. She's not a bad actress.
Well, yeah,
But I think she's known more for her looks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
her
true.
body is
But she was the one that expressed interest a while back in being in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Which I don't know who'd she play, but I'm
Anybody.
all for that. I'm all for that.
Who's going to get banged?
I'm all for
Anybody.
that. Yeah. Let's see those beautiful bunkers.
Yeah, because I remember her in Firefly. Because she was like, what's his face? His like ex that was always trying to screw him over. Nathan Fillion, his character.
She was in Firefly?
Yeah.
She was?
IMDb that bitch.
I don't
Not
know
calling
that.
her a bitch.
I don't recall that.
But referring to that as a bitch.
Same old shit!
Alright, while we look that up, we got one more topic for you all. Shia LaBeouf
Oh, he's back.
is not retiring from acting.
What a
Instead,
troll.
he's going to be in a new movie.
World War Shia.
I swear, if I remember, I'm going to try and get a picture commissioned of what I want that to look like. So basically, he's gonna star in a Barry Levinson comedy, the Rock the Kibosh. So how do you feel about this?
Wait,
about it?
rock the cash bar?
The cash box. I was like kibosh. Yeah, the cash bar. Rock the cash bar. Are you familiar with the movie?
I'm familiar with the song.
Oh, it's a song.
Yeah, let
Yeah.
me play it real quick.
Stop the cat box. Do you remember that commercial?
What? Do what
Oh,
now?
I guess we'll find out.
All right. Well.
Yes, there it is.
Stop
Stop
the
the
cat-
cat box.
The Beats had some cataracts. The sheep don't like it. Lock the cash box. Is he saying stop the cat box?
Oh, this
Stop
song.
the cat box.
You don't have to understand your music to understand how to get it all from your PC to your phone. Only singular.
Okay. So basically, well, it looks like a travesty if it's based off of anything like that commercial. But this is the thing. Angry Now might be interested because he's going to star opposite of Bill Murray. Yeah, but not just Bill Murray. Zoe Saldana, or not Zoe Saldana, Zoe Deschanel,
Oh.
and Danny McBride, and
Oh.
Bruce Willis, And Kate Hudson!
Kate Hudson's not... You had me at those 3. Oh, wait, oops. All right, who was the first
Thanks,
actor?
Luis. Validation. Christina Hendricks was in 2 episodes of Firefly.
Wow, I can't believe I didn't notice her.
Anonymous is, by the way, is the dog the Shia LaBeouf of dogs.
Ha.
Yes.
I still don't know how I feel about Shia LaBeouf.
I know. I don't. It's like the rest. Everything else sounds great except for him.
Yeah.
The only way it would be perfect if he plays pretty much like himself and he's just a douchebag and like that's just his character.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, I hate that guy, and I really do hate that guy.
What if they recast Lex Luthor and
Shia
Shia LaBeouf instead?
Oh, that would be great.
Badass.
What if they should recast him as like a like a really douchey Flash or something. We didn't really have any powers. He just wears the costume. Hey, I want to be a superhero too.
So hey, I could run a 4.3. That's the extent of his superpower.
He's just like a really fast athlete. It's like, well, we can do that too. But you know what? Join the team. Join the team, Shia Flash.
If I try really hard, I can run that 40 in 4.1 seconds. Trust me, Coach. Let me do it. Let me show the world that I'm the next TO.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he ends up just joining the NFL. Screw you guys. I'm just gonna play in the Super Bowl. But
ha 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 ha.
Lex Luthor plagiarized his armor from another villain. No, Phil Shia LaBeouf. Yeah. It's like LexCorp. It's like LexCorp just steals all their patents from Wayne Enterprises. Like that's their whole movie.
They steal it from Oscorp.
Ah, even better. Yeah, they have the Rhino suit. Now you're stealing our characters too. The Green Goblin's fighting Superman. Superman just flicks him off his little glider, and then Hobgoblin comes up. Avenge me!
It's simple. We kill the Superman.
So that's not simple. He can't die. So we need another plan.
Dad, how am I supposed to? You're Harry Osborn. And then a random screen. No, pumpkin bomb.
It just so happens. Oh, I was gonna do the Mountain Frank Jack voice again.
It just so happened.
It just so happens, love. And my pumpkin bombs have kryptonite in them. Mixed with a little Monterey Jack.
It's like
and pumpkin spice.
it's like the bombs explode. He gets cheese all over. And they're like, "You gonna stop me with cheese?" It's like, "Oh no, there's little spice crystals of kryptonite in this cheese." He just falls to earth. No, I'm really far up. Then he's like, "Oh wait, there's not kryptonite in this universe." Just goes back and snaps his neck.
Yeah.
Sold, says Hollywood. Yeah, I think they would go for that. I don't know, like it's hard for me to really picture like what movies I would actually want to see Shia LaBeouf in, because it's like he's just I already didn't like him. I actually probably like him more now just because he amuses me. He's so terrible.
Of course, it's Chael Sonnen effect.
Yeah, but it's just like I don't know, like. Maybe if he stepped his acting game up, if he actually legit, like, despite his douchebaggery, he's just like, you know what, I'm going to commit myself to being a good actor while I piss everybody off and they don't want to see me in anything. Yeah. Then I'm going to blow them away and they're going to love me even more. Like, maybe that's his plan.
Maybe.
I doubt it will happen.
Yeah.
At least...
I think as long as he's staying, like, he's doing the whole Amanda Bynes thing, you know, he's staying controversial, trying to stay relevant, stay in the news. And I don't know, maybe he's got money woes. He's just trying to get as much money as he can by getting more attention. Or maybe he just enjoys being in the news like any other celebrity.
But that's the whole thing, though. It's like he easily could have kept making like those stupid Transformer-type movies, like the big-budget Hollywood movies.
Maybe it's just like the troubled teenage actor thing catching up with him.
So he's going to be twerking next time we see him?
Yeah.
And just looking random
It's like,
objects.
well, Justin Bieber's doing it. How come I can't?
Yeah,
I was relevant before he was. Baby O, I was being funny. I was like Kramer on Even Stevens.
Dude, actually, what I would like to see him in is how they're having the new Girl Meets World.
Yeah.
I want to see him opposite Ben Savage, because I think they're the same person.
Like Katy Perry and Zooey Deschanel.
Yeah, exactly. They were
It's not true unless they're standing next to each other.
They were made in the same laboratory.
Nice.
And Melanie says, what was that one movie where most of the movie he was staring at his hot female neighbor, most of it through binoculars?
Oh, yeah, Disturbia. That wasn't a bad movie, but it just seemed like a ripoff of Rear Window, which is an excellent movie. With Jimmy...
Kimmel?
Hendrix.
Carter.
Valid.
No. Damn it. Damn it. Stop
Jimmy
it. No. Damn
Jimmy
it.
Dean sausage.
Shut up.
Oh man. So yeah,
Jimmy Smits.
No.
that's a good Jimmy. What about Billy and Jimmy?
Stewart,
from
Jimmy
Double
Stewart.
Dragon? Oh, Jimmy.
Jimmy fucking Stewart.
Oh, of course, Jimmy Stewart.
Jimmy Johns.
Ding dong. Number one fastest sandwich we'll ever eat.
Double
Whatever.
Dragon. Dang, that's another old school reference.
Scott Wolf.
Jimmy, who was it? Jimmy and Bimmy. And they misfilled it in the intro.
Jimmy and Bimmy.
Jimmy Crackhorn, and I don't care. Jimmy Neutron. A year has passed since Bimmy and Jimmy defeated the Shadow Warriors.
Oh, is that where we're making the sub, Gerard? Are you fuzzy?
I never played the
cartoon.
Yes, I never played the cartoon.
Me either.
I never played the game either.
Really? You're missing out. Not really. I think if you played it now, it would be terrible.
Nah, dude, Double Dragon is awesome.
I don't know the way I remember it. Versus, I do like that intro or that theme. It's good stuff. What about Shia LaBeouf as Bibby?
Bibby, no! Go away! Go away!
Oh, this is kind of random. So obviously, if you listen to the last few podcasts, I've been like obsessed with 24, and I just started.
And Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, and I've started season 4, and it's just funny.
Are you already on season? Dan, the last time we talked was like a week ago. You were on season. You were like, after a month, I finished season 2 or season 1.
I need you to tell me where the bomb is.
Yeah,
but it's just like funny because like the plots. They're not. It's not the greatest show, but a lot of the plots are pretty intricate. They have like so many different subplots. But the season 4 pretty much just boiled down to the Double Dragon like plot. Where in Double Dragon, it's literally like you're standing there with your girlfriend. Some giant dude punches her in the face, throws her over his shoulder, and walks off. And you have to try and get her back. In 24, like they kidnap some senator and Jack's girlfriend, so he has to go and get her back. I'm like, this is the Double Dragon plot. I don't know. I just imagine him just like killing everyone to that theme song.
Jack is black.
Oh, and speaking of that, the new 24, which will only be actually the Jack Bauer Power Hour. I love that. Anonymous Dildo Baggins starring Shia LaBeouf. There we go.
Wow.
Finally found something that I want to see Shia LaBeouf in.
This week's villain, YOLO Swackins.
You only live once in the Shire. But yeah, they're bringing back 24. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm especially excited because the worst part about 24 is that it's actually 24 episodes, which is way too long for the paper-thin plots they have. But 12 episodes, you cut that in half. Like, I think they actually have a legit chance of making it not just like an entertaining show, but actually legit, like, really good. Life after Jack Bauer is all sad.
all those dead people.
Yeah, that's pretty much like every episode of 24. One of my favorite ones, me and Beetle were talking about it. Yeah, May 5th. Oh, yeah, season 5 is the best. That's funny, Luis, because before I started watching it on Netflix, that was the only season I had seen. And then I saw the first episode for season 6, and I was like, nah, I'm done. I've had enough. I've had my Jack Bauer fill. There's like a scene where he's supposed to be interrogating a guy, and the guy's like, well, I'm going to be a witness to this one guy, and I'm going to get my deal and get set free, so there's nothing you can do to me. And Jack Bauer just pulls out the gun and just fucking shoots him in the heart. and his like supervisor's just like, Jack, you can't just kill people in my office like that. Like, it was almost like if he just like knocked over like a pot of coffee. Like, that's like his reaction. Not like, oh my god, you murdered. Someone's like,
It reminds me
come on, Jack, come on. You can't be killing people like
It
that.
reminds me of Splinter Cell Blacklist, like the first guy you encounter, and you're like threatening him, and then like he takes his gun away from you, your gun away from from you, and then shoots himself. You're just like, what the fuck was that for? Like, he was a dead man anyway.
Yeah, it's like
did he just Jack Bauered himself?
Pretty much.
I know too much.
Yeah, I must kill me.
Yeah.
Now.
Louis says 24 episodes of Jack Bauer, can't beat that. That is true, but I think for the sake of plot, I think 12 episodes would probably be a little bit better. That's my theory. We'll find out.
Could you survive the theme song for 24 hours?
Yeah.
Beep, boop, beep. I think after the second hour you would go crazy.
Nope. I wish that I had that theme song for my life. Like every time a major event happened, it's just like I just sit there like all contemplative and just boop, boop. Well, like all the screens of everything else is going on, like is playing, and then all of a sudden it goes back. It's like, this is the longest day of my life. The following takes place between 8 p.m. Central and 10 p.m. Central. This is straight out of Austin. Boop, boop. Yeah, the more Jack, the better.
I think we got our intro.
Yeah, that sounds like a great intro, actually.
Thanks, guys. I couldn't have done it without Jack Bauer. See, now you see his importance. Now you see how great he is.
They should do a...
Tell me where the podcast is!
Yeah, the last episode I was watching, like, there was supposed to be, like, some terrorist attack that happens, like, at 8, ironically. Yeah. And he's like, what happens at 8? What happens at 8? And the guy's just sitting there like, I ain't gonna tell you. And just fucking shoots him in the leg.
Oh, it was just a Jay-Z concert, I swear to God.
I swear to God. I have backstage passes. Now I can't even do the Harlem Shake.
I was going to take my girlfriend on the stage and propose to her. Now I can't even get on the fucking knee. I gotta go to the hospital. Thanks for the best night ever, asshole.
Now I'm down.
Shoots him in the head.
Yeah, right. Shut up, or you're talking too much. Well, you told me to talk. Now you can talk to the worms.
Damn it!
Wow.
Save file corrupted.
Dude, Jack Bauer would be perfect for Save File Corrupted, because every time he's like at a computer, he's just sitting there typing away. What the hell is happening with this Windows? Chloe, fix this fucking computer! Like, he has a fucking aneurysm. Like, he goes crazy. It's like, dude, it's still loading. You can't input that much data, man. This is the early 2000s. We didn't have this type of problem. We didn't have i7s.
Little YouTube circle. It's loading.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little hourglass.
It's like, damn it, I gotta refresh it.
Yeah. Blood Ocean, maybe cut it in half the way The Walking Dead does. Well, the thing is, Walking Dead actually goes to, like, plot points. Like 24, it's pretty much like, they'll literally introduce a character for the sole purpose of driving the plot forward. It's like, okay, this is the guy, we need to get him, he has information on what's going to happen. They get the guy, he either kills himself, gets killed by somebody else, or escapes, but pretty much once he's dead, like, he is no longer of any significance. Like, you forget he's even in there. Like, there's literally, like, a season where, like, the first half of the season, you forget that it's the same season. It's just like he's infiltrating this group of, like, terrorists that are, like, building bombs, and, like, they're connected to somebody else, and, like, the whole second half of the season is like, wait, I thought that was season 2. Is this still the same? I don't know. Jack Bauer, just shoot somebody.
You know what they need to do?
What?
They need to go ahead and make Jack Bauer the new agent in S.H.I.E.L.D.
Dude.
Wow.
Dude, I would love that.
For the S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show? Yeah.
I actually had an article on here about, they were talking about what they could do differently to make Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. better. Like, you just need to bear with us. It's a little slow at first, but we're going to hit our stride in Season 2. I would love if the way the second season happened, all the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents that aren't Coulson are dead, and they're just mangled bodies are laying there, and Jack Bauer is sitting there with a smoking gun. They wouldn't tell me where the bomb was. And then it's just like Coulson and Jack Bauer just getting shit done. Just like, they're just hunting down all the superpower terrorists. It's just like they're expecting them to, be like, all right, we're going to take you in for questioning. Jack Bauer just blowing off fingers, and Coulson's like, Jack, come on, calm down. And Jack Bauer's just fucking unhinged. He's got the, what is that serum called? The Extremis. So he's even crazier. He's fucking just going nuts. That's the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I want to see.
Nick Fury's going to be calling, Jack! Does he look like a bitch?
Oh my god, I would love to see him interrogate like that. What does the suspect look like? Does he look like a bitch?
Not only that, but
the way you try to fuck him like one.
And then Jack, in some like incident, loses his eye, and Nick Fury dies, and then he becomes the new Nick Fury.
Dude, I could definitely see
right?
616 Nick Fury.
Yeah, he becomes the new Nick Fury. He's like, I'm Nick Fury now, and I'll guarantee you feel all the fury I've got to give.
Again, you guys have seen David Hasselhoff as Nick Fury, right?
I've seen the stills. I've never seen the actual movie.
There's a trailer on YouTube. I don't know if it's a trailer. Well, I think it's either a supercut or it's a trailer of the movie with him as Nick Fury, and it's badass. It's the most ridiculous, disgustingly 90s thing that you can ever see. But him as Nick Fury is just, it is what it is.
Do some people stand in the darkness, afraid to step into the light?
I don't know. CNC Factory is pretty disgustingly 90s.
It's gonna be alright. Forever.
Like Goo Goo Dolls.
Well, lots of good vibrations, bro.
or Heavy D.
Oh yeah, dude! I wish Marky Mark would make a comeback with his singing career.
He was supposed to for Boston. For Boston.
Do everything for Boston. Lee says yet another mole. Okay, so basically it's in 24 like. They get infiltrated all the time because they can't vet people at all. And Louise has mentioned that. It's like there's another mole in CTU. It's like, after the first one, you think you would take precautions.
Yeah.
And like, they've been blown up, they've been gassed. It's just like, maybe you need to move. Like, maybe move to like a mobile command or something, a helicarrier. It's just not working.
Boom, there you go.
And Melanie asks, which role can Hasselhoff not excel in? Mitch from Baywatch. He was the least attractive character.
Was he? I always thought it was the lady that got Stephanie, I think was her name. She was like his love interest that got killed off. She got like drowned. She like drowned. Her body was never recovered.
It's kind of ironic to be dating a lifeguard and to drown.
Yeah.
I think it was actually murder. We need Angela Lansbury on this.
Son of the beach.
I think she's dead.
Every season.
She's dead, my dear.
Every season had a mole every season. So true, Luis. So true. But yeah. I don't know. Does David Hasselhoff even like act anymore? Or does he just go to Germany and they just shower him?
Well, he does that reality show. So I think America's Got Talent, right?
So you think America's Got Talent?
Well, you're wrong.
It's America's Got Talent. That's what he does. I don't know if he's still doing that. I'm pretty sure he left the show at one point. But
He
I
also
don't know if he came back.
can't excel in the role of Big Truck with a cheeseburger.
I wonder if Anonymous thinks that America has talent.
I don't know. He hasn't really said anything since his finger broke. Maybe he can't type the keys anymore. Oh man, I'm getting so congested. I don't know. Hate to end it because you guys are just so lovely. So you think Hasselhoff can act? Nope. But
I think he's definitely got charisma.
Oh, there is one more topic.
He's got that Kevin Sorbo swag.
And his strength is only matched by the content of his heart. He is Hercules. But remember, you wanted to bring up wasn't it like the national anthem thing where they're singing it in different languages?
Oh yeah. So Coca-Cola had a Super Bowl ad yesterday.
For the Super Bowl.
And there was America the Beautiful. I haven't seen it yet, but it's a bunch of people singing it in different languages. And Twitter had a conniption of some sort, and I don't know, it was just weird. I posted it on my Facebook. Let me see if I can recover it. But all these people started posting these really like hateful, racist things on Twitter about like, hey, this is America, sing it in English.
America.
You're gonna sing a inherently American song in Mexican? I was like, I don't think so. I'm switching. And then the hashtag was fuck Coke for all these people. I'm switching to Pepsi. I'm switching to Pepsi. Here we go.
I don't give people that much credit that they actually would have the conviction to change their soda product.
I'm going to share this, and then I'm going to read off of it so that you guys can read off.
Well, yeah, I actually watched it. I actually saw the commercial yesterday. And
was it a good commercial?
You know what? It was, to me, it was kind of...
Did it quench your thirst?
It did not quench my
thirst. Did it make
thirst.
you want to say, screw Coke, I'm going to Pepsi?
Not at all. Not at all. I thought it was... I liked the concept.
Yeah.
It just wasn't... to me, it was a good commercial. It wasn't, great or anything.
It wasn't like the Coca-Cola We Are the World commercial.
Yeah,
it was the Coca-Cola polar bears.
It had video of a bunch of different cultures. You had your Indian culture. You had your native Indian culture. You had Jewish. You had different people from Middle Eastern areas, and you had Latinos and African Americans, and just everybody that makes up America.
Yeah.
And the song was being sung in different languages, and it wasn't just Spanish. It was all different types of languages.
Yeah.
And I found out about this today, actually, when you posted it.
Yeah.
I checked it out. I was like, wow, this really happened?
Yeah.
People got upset over a commercial?
Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this one guy, at Kodia22, this is frickin' America. Hashtag fuck Coke. 12 retweets, and 6 favorites. This other dude, at L_DeCiccio, always liked Pepsi anyway. Hashtag fuck Coke. Hashtag America. 10 retweets, 9 favorites.
I just love that like reaction. Like he sees this commercial, he's all angry at Coke. Man, I always like Pepsi anyway, man. Man, fuck Coke.
I'm assuming the ones that are paraphrased are probably ones that have since been deleted, but are probably just reposted. That Coke commercial where they have national anthem song in different languages is disrespectful. Hashtag speak of the English. Hashtag fuck Coke. I will have a Pepsi.
I will have a Pepsi.
I like his name's Andrew Ricciardi, which I don't know. Let's do a background check and see what Ricciardi is, but it sounds kind of Italian.
Is this funny? It's just like
Hey,
it's
like Italians came over here and we did our thing.
they won like that flower boat or something. But it's just funny to say like it's disrespectful. It's like, how dare you embrace culture? That is so disrespectful. You son of some bitches. You need to speak American. They should have sang it in British. Just piss people off even more.
Hey, look here, buddy. This here is America. If you're living in this here country, you better learn to speak English. No hablo español hero.
It's like, I'm still working on it. Means you can still work on it.
First found in Sicily, an island in the Mediterranean and part of Italy.
That's Sicily.
It's an inherently
in
Italian
Manhattan.
last name, and this guy's going to be like, speak American. Motherfucker doesn't even know his own roots.
Probably never saw the movie Roots.
I'm sorry, but you can't sing about America in other languages. That's just un-American. Well, maybe next time you should capitalize the A in American, you dumb shit. Hashtag fuck Coke, Jacob Youngblood.
My name
Doug
is
Youngblood. Can't even use his real name. Fuck you, Coke, for trying to diversify my country. 'Tis of thee fucking speak English and be normal.
Oh, they're just coming on that.
Why don't you be normal?
How dare you try to put diversity into my country? It's just like, I like this monochrome.
Not even diversity, for trying to, diversify my country.
I don't even diversify my bonds. Whenever I don't even put peanut butter and jelly together. They're separate.
Yeah,
One or the other.
Separate but equal.
When I eat my M&Ms, every color is different. I segregate them and I eat them, and they taste better that way.
How are you going to try and tell me to diversify something? We don't even diversify in my own family. That's why my sister is my girlfriend at the same time.
And she's my daughter.
She's also my cousin.
I don't know the logistics, but I don't even know what that word means.
America.
I saw it on CSI last night. The one we're in that high place down in the penis part of America.
You mean that there cock buffet?
Yeah. Shut up.
That we also call Florida?
At Stoyer_11. How dare you sing America in different languages? Fuck Coca-Cola. At least he capitalized Coca-Cola. That is so disrespectful. Hashtag fuck
Isn't
Coke.
the origin
40
of the word,
retweets, 25 favorites.
Isn't the origin of the word America like Italian or something?
Yeah, probably.
America is
What
not
up?
an American name.
What up with Coke? You live in America. English is your first and second language. Keep it out in your house, people. Keep it on your house.
Everybody, you put your Coke cans on your house and you keep them cold.
Why the fuck is America the Beautiful commercial in foreign language?
We can't understand it. We hate it.
I'm dumping mine out right now. Fuck Coke.
I can't understand you. Go back to your country. White power. Condoleezza Rice.
Maybe we should
Condoleezza Rice sound like a Mexican dish. Maybe we should put her on a plate and serve her to Mexico so the Mexicans can eat her.
You got hate in your heart. Let it out.
Hashtag America is beautiful.
America.
And so is the song when it's sung normally. Looks like I'm now a Pepsi person.
You know,
Hashtag fuck Coke, Patrick Howell.
I want to see the CEO of Coke come out and just have this like a grin on his face. It's like, if you had a problem with the commercial and you don't want to drink Coke, we're still going to make $1 billion this year.
Yeah.
Fuck you, I'm out. Just
Yeah.
walk away.
Because you're not doing the research to see all the other massive amounts of companies that we own.
He should just come out in a suit made of money and not even say anything.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
walk away.
This is how much I'm worth in the first hour of my Monday.
Yeah, you can eat a Latino dick.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, right. Peace, and I'm out. He flies off in a freaking helicopter, just throwing money out.
This makes me wonder what the Pepsi people are going to say.
Yeah, like no, don't drink Pepsi. Don't, please.
We don't appreciate racism and inbredism, so take yourself to
Don't
Dr.
you guys
Pepper.
remember we have rappers
Would they all
as our sponsors?
Would they all dehydrate if they just like if Pepsi came out and did like a similar commercial? It's like now I can't even drink Pepsi. What am I supposed to do? Drink water?
Yeah, you can.
Water.
Nestle Water, owned by the Coca-Cola Corporation.
Oh, that's right. I got myself a Lone Star. Just stick to this.
The National Beer of Texas. It's like famine and dehydration has spread across the nation. If people have stopped drinking both Coke and Pepsi, the population of the United States has dropped rapidly by 100 million people. We've not seen anything like this since World War Shia.
A new king has risen. Dr. Pibb.
Oh, hell,
Mr.
Pibb!
Oh, it is Mr. Pibb.
Yeah.
Well, he's upgraded. He's a doctor now.
He's a
He's a
doctor
king.
now.
He doesn't need fucking med school.
Yeah, King
Yeah, King
Pibb.
Pibb.
I think it's such an injustice to play America the Beautiful in Spanish. Hashtag fuck Coke.
Okay, Louis
Lord
says
Douglas.
America was named for Amigio Vespucci.
Vestigio.
Vestigio. So there you go. America's not even American.
Yeah.
Hashtag
It's God
argument.
bless America, not Mexico, so sing in English. You know how funny that sounds? It's God bless America, not Mexico, so sing in English. You know, yeah, maybe if you actually spoke proper English, you speak American. You speak with all the retarded crap in the middle. You don't say cool stuff like brilliant after every smart comment that is made. You don't even make smart comments in the first place, stupid people.
All right, well, you know what? Here's a quick fun fact for you,
There
Jake.
you go.
We don't even
I'm
put
all-
U's in the word color
I'm all
anymore.
air.
Oh, here, did
They spell cancel with 2 L's in America. It should only be 1.
now did you know that Spanish was actually the first language from Europe spoken here in America?
I did know that.
You take that back.
Did you know
you cut his
Christopher
mouth. You
Col-
take that. You stop educating me, sir. You
Did
stop
you know,
putting thoughts in my head.
Did you know Christopher Columbus's real name wasn't Christopher Columbus?
Oh, what was
It
that?
was Cristobal Colon.
Cristobal Columbus.
I'm wearing some of that right
He
now.
was a Spanish man that went to, I think, an Italian magnate to get money and funds to go to the Americas.
Oh, what the hell?
I know.
This whole time I thought Christopher Columbus was a cologne.
I thought he was born in America in 1492. Let alone to find out I discovered that he discovered America.
and
at
then
that
he
same
sailed the
time period.
Asian blue.
Yeah.
Louis says
Did you know there were reports that the Vikings actually landed there? You believe that?
That's not American.
They're the rednecks of the 1490s.
Louis said he's going back to RC Cola.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, that's pretty good stuff.
And Anonymous says he was asked to say a word in British. ... I think he needs like that face where it's just like the 2 lines for the eyes.
Yeah, that's a funny thing because I remember getting corrected that like years ago, and I've been like thankful ever since then. Like when people talk about British, like yeah, like when you say like UK or British, you're like it's like an encompassing thing of all like the countries under the United Kingdom. It's not just England. You know, like if you're English, you're from England.
Yeah.
And you're not like from the UK. It's like saying I'm a Texan, but I live in the US. You know, it's like that
America.
kind of thing.
But yeah, just to go back a few minutes, Blood Ocean wants to know what we thought of the Transformers 4 teaser. Dinobots?
I haven't seen
Grimlock?
it
Oh,
actually.
they showed one?
Yeah, they showed
But I'm
one
not a
at the
fan of
Super Bowl.
Transformers anyway, so I can't imagine being excited for this movie.
They have GoBots in it now?
I guess so. Or not GoBots, Dinobots. I wish they had GoBots. Dude, I'd so watch GoBots.
I'm gonna play that Transformers. Oh, at the end I'll play
Okay,
it.
but this is pretty much my whole thing with the Transformers. I watched the first one, and I wasn't really all that into it. I watched it, I was like, all right, whatever. And then I just wasn't interested in the rest of the trilogy. And then, you know, the fourth one, you know, they announced it, and it's like, oh, they dropped LaBouffe, and now they got Marky Mark. So I'm like, oh, I'm interested again. I actually do kind of care. I'll check this out. I saw the trailer, and like 5 seconds in, I saw, like, I forgot what the Autobots looked like, where they're all jagged with, like, spikes and shit. Soon. I'm like, fuck this movie again. Like, I don't even care anymore. I'm right back to square one. Like, they look so terrible. I hate the designs for the Transformers. They look like bugs. Like, just
Yeah.
metallic bugs.
They don't look like cars that turn into robots.
They don't even fucking need energon cubes. Optimus Prime was riding on a Dinobot. Oh, okay, that's what that was. Yeah, he was like on a Stegosaurus or something like that.
Riding on a Dinobot.
You know,
searching for adventure.
The only thing that would be good with that, because technically now we could actually have a Cadillacs and Dinosaurs movie. If one of the Autobots is a Cadillac and he teams up with a Dinobot, make it so. All right, I'm hype again.
That Autobot's gonna be black.
Oh, definitely, because we voiced by like Ludacris or something. So much money, can't stop that rollout.
He's gonna be driven by Vin Diesel or Ludacris, Chris Bridges.
Oh God! Yeah, the car voiced by Ludacris, driven by Ludacris, as a Ludacris production. So I guess it's just fucking ludicrous.
Or Paul the Walking Dead.
Too soon.
Too soon.
That would have worked in a different context.
Yeah.
If we were at least talking about Walking Dead.
Yeah, he could be a zombie.
Could be.
Revitalize the genre.
It's me in season 4.
Oh.
Louis said by the end of the
car drivers, zombie car heist.
Louis said by the end of the movie there will be animals. Beast Wars. That'll be awesome.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I would pay to see that.
He just rises from the flames like a hellish phoenix.
I never liked.
I am Phoenix.
I never liked Transformers.
Yeah, I didn't either.
The cartoon or the movie?
The cartoon.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I liked it as a kid, but it just didn't grow with me in later years.
I just like Starscream and Megatron. I just love how Starscream was always trying to screw over Megatron. Megatron would transform into a gun that Starscream would use. It was like, this guy is the last person you should trust with your like freaking life. You could just fly with him, dump him in a volcano, and just take over the Decepticons like in like one episode. It's like, really, this is the guy you're gonna have fire you? You're fucking number 2 that's not only incompetent but wants to overthrow you like at every turn. Like you know you can't trust him. He's just like, nah, put it in the Starscream.
I just couldn't take the animation, and I was always aware of it, and I had seen a couple episodes here and there.
Yeah,
I liked the toys, but I didn't really come around to Transformers mania until
Shia LaBeouf.
Beast Wars.
Oh, Beast Wars.
Yeah, Beast Wars
was
love Beast Wars.
Awesome.
It was good until they killed the Raptor.
That was like the last season almost, wasn't it?
No, because they came back, and then when they brought it back, it was this lame shit where like they like fused more with like cars. I just remember the rat one had like wheels.
Yeah.
And it just got lamer, and it's just like, I'm done. It died with the Raptor guy.
That was the sequel series.
And Optimus took forever to evolve, so he was always the gorilla.
I
he never evolved into
I think they had gotten rid of the original writers, and I think maybe the showrunner from Beast Wars when they made the switch over to Beast Machines.
Okay. So
because
the same
Beast Machines. Then that's when they went back to Cybertron, but they were still like animals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when it tanked for me. I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, I couldn't watch that either. It was garbage. But God, Beast Wars was so good.
Yeah,
so dope, so good.
One of the favorite things about it was just the play on words. Optimus Primal.
Yeah, Optimus Primal.
I was like, all right, that was fucking clever.
Yeah.
You guys deserve all the accolades.
I don't know. They were just very likable. They were cool. It's like, I don't know. They just felt more... I don't know, it's kind of weird to say, but like relatable.
Yeah.
I guess. Or like identifiable. It's like, oh wow, they turned into a gorilla. Like this is way cooler than just a boring car that goes in straight lines, you know? There's only so much that you can do when you transform to a fucking diesel truck.
Yeah.
You know? Like that being a diesel truck with a trailer hitch isn't fun, but being a fucking 300-pound gorilla is probably one of the cooler things. Like, oh, like put that shit in the back of the trailer.
I always wanted to beat my chest.
Yeah,
that's the first time that I can remember getting choked up over a character.
Yeah.
When Dinobot died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because just the way like that the entire series was so well written.
Yeah.
Especially for something that was aimed for kids.
Oh yeah.
It was they had really complex scenarios and a lot of really good deep character development.
It was very like Miyazaki-esque.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Even without seeing it in like recent memory, I'm sure like one of those shows that actually still holds up now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I have seen that. It was on Netflix for a while.
Oh,
it's not anymore. That was really short then.
No, it was on there for like almost a year.
Really?
I don't know if it's not on there now, but I haven't seen it since.
I still think that's short Netflix time.
Autobots, your spark will never fade. But anyway, we'll take it home with the Clerks 2 rant about the Transformers. Hit me, Agamemnon.
Dude, the Transformers sucked.
Oh, no, they didn't. They were more than meets the eye. They could beat the pants off Ranger Danger any day.
Yeah, I'll lose sleep wonder whether you're right about that or not.
Oh.
But you weren't even allowed to watch a lot of TV in your house because you're all Christian and shit.
Well, as it turns out, cars and trucks that turn into robots aren't really that blasphemous. Because my pastor says that machines can turn into other machines, and it's not a slight against God.
Transformers were a total slight against God, inasmuch as God sent his only begotten Son to die on the cross to redeem mankind, and all we did to pay him back was make terrible fucking cartoons like the Transformers.
Nice shot. Well, because at Bible camp, we made this flow chart, which, I mean, I don't know, kind of like proved or whatever that... Okay, so since God created man, and man created the Transformers. The Transformers are like a gift from God, Randall.
No, sir. They are not a gift from God. They are an unholy curse from the beast we call the Desolate One.
I don't really want to hear this, Randall.
The first of the fallen, the spoiler of virgins, the master of abortions.
You know I don't like to talk about dark forces, Randall.
Let me help you out of your chair, Grandma.
Grandma, what was it like to be on the holiday side?
Late that night, I awoke from my sleep,
Hearing unknown voices laughing insane.
Well, like the Transformers, this podcast is more than meets the eye. This is Prometheus.
This is Agamemnon.
This is Fuzzy Slippers.
This has been Straight Outta
Austin.
Yeah. Here comes the bomb.